I have covered so many scams on my channel for well over a decade now, and I'm not pulling your leg or exaggerating when I tell you that the one I'm about to go over I find to be the most ridiculous yet. Not in terms of how intricate or in-depth the scam is, it's not some galaxy brain supervillain scheme, it's your standard, classic, pump-and-dump cryptocurrency hogwash. However, it was run by an online pastor and his wife, and they brought in over $3 million and personally pocketed over $1 million into their own little piggy bank. And basically, they led their followers to believe that God would make them extremely wealthy if they put their money into Index Coin, which was their cryptocurrency. I've mentioned this before, but I used to be extraordinarily religious. I actually got baptized twice because I was concerned the Lord might have missed my first baptism. You know, maybe he slept in and didn't get to see it, so I wanted to make sure to do it again just in case. I feel like I can say on good authority that this is just downright blasphemous. That is usually something attributed to the work of the devil, where you sell your soul to the devil in exchange for wealth. That's not something God would ever really say, like, hey, put money into crypto and I'll make sure that it 10x's to the moon. It's a good one, trust me. So, the pastor and his wife are facing fraud charges for this, and he released a 9-minute response video. And I don't know how he was able to record that whole video without getting smited, because the shit he says in there is just diabolical. I'm not kidding. He says God told him to do this. He says that God was the puppet master behind all of it, instructed him to do this. Basically, he's just blaming the big man upstairs for this whole hoopla, fundamentally saying that the Lord forced him to scam Christians, like when you really boil it down. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. Mudahar just made a video going more in depth on the particulars of the scam itself, so if you want more information on exactly what happened in that regard, check out some Ordinary Gamers video on it. I'm here to focus on the absurdity of it and the response video that he released, because hooey, it is wacky. Someone by the name of Molly White gave us all a blessing of a nice, concise supercut that breaks down the 9-minute video into just the most important moments that he talks about. So that's what we're going to be watching as opposed to the whole thing.
Caitlin and I are being charged in a civil charge from the Colorado Securities and Exchange Commission for basically selling millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency that is deemed worthless by the state.
And by everyone else in the world with eyes. So he's trying to cushion it a little bit, like it's a civil lawsuit for all of this, and it's deemed worthless by the state, but it is worthless, completely, by every possible definition ever. It is worthless. This was, from the get-go, it seems, designed to just make them a lot of money and fuck a lot of the followers in the ass. So there's a lot of people that lost a lot of money on this. And now they're looking at some repercussions, and this is his attempt to try and spin himself as kind of the victim here.
Now, the reason that they're saying that it's worthless is because there is no exit for people who have bought.
Do you know what we call that? A scam. Basically, people who bought in can't exit. Their money is now stuck there. But you know who could exit? The pastor and his wife. Oh, and they did. They made off like bandits with over $1.3 million.
We launched an exchange, the exchange technology failed, things went downhill, and from that point forward, we've just been waiting on the Lord literally for a miracle. So the charges are that Caitlin and I pocketed $1.3 million, and I just want to come out and say that those charges are true. So there's been $1.3 million that's been taken out of, I think it was a total of $3.4 million. But out of that 1.3, $500,000 went to the IRS, and a few $100,000 went to a home remodel that the Lord told us to do.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Go ahead and rewind it if you're still in disbelief. He said that a few $100,000 went to a home remodel that the Lord told them to do. What an insightful conversation that must have been with God. I had no idea God was so into interior design. Like, not many people get that privilege of being able to speak to him directly. I love to imagine that. Pastor Eli just hanging out one day and God gets him on the horn, rings him up, and he's like, hey, Eli, buddy, listen, your house is atrocious. Am I a joke to you? You worship me in a place that looks like this? It's embarrassing. It's revolting. Listen here. Allocate a few $100,000, upgrade this bitch ASAP, so that way you can start worshiping in style, because this is not what Christianity is about. You're living in a goddamn crack shack, and we've got to fix that ASAP, okay? All right, this is the Almighty signing out. Amen. Saddest part is, this strategy actually works. This is an extremely effective tactic used by a lot of really corrupt, evil pastors, most notably Kenneth Copeland. Kenneth Copeland has private jets, and when asked about it, he defends it by saying that God wants him to. There's also another pastor, I forgot his name, but he's a friend of Kenneth Copeland's. The two of them are like these demonic leeches that feed off of each other's wealth, and they both have private jets, and basically said that God needs them in a private jet because it brings them closer to him. And if I remember correctly, they were even quoted saying that they can't be caught in a tube with demons, so they need the privacy of the jet to be more spiritually attuned with God. That's how they justify this luxurious lifestyle they live, which of course runs counter to the actual lessons of Christianity, but for some reason they keep getting away with it. Even in this case, Pastor Eli is receiving a lot of support from the people that he has directly scammed and openly admitting to scamming.
So how this whole thing started is the Lord told us in 21 to walk away from our marketing company, and he said, I'm going to do a new thing. And then he took us into this cryptocurrency. It was a different cryptocurrency other than index coin at the time. Well, that cryptocurrency turned out to be a scam.
Oh my goodness, he's portraying the Lord as like a reckless investor here, a crypto bro. How many NFTs does God have, you think? How many Bored Apes does he own? Also, Pastor Eli and God must be like this. They must be tight because they are constantly talking, so much so that the Lord tries to pitch him on cryptocurrency. Like, hey, bud, brother, take a peek at this thing. Have you ever heard of cryptocurrency? It uses this holy technology called the blockchain. We should check this out. You should look into this a little bit, Eli. And then, like, the first coin that God leads him down the path of is a scam. He even just openly says it right there. So, like, the first coin, you know, right after going down the spiritual journey with God, it was a scam. How anyone can hear this senseless drivel, this gobbledygook from Pastor Eli and actually take it seriously and believe it is beyond me. But let's play ball with it for a second. God is the creator, and he's omniscient. And yet somehow, he fell victim to a cryptocurrency scam? In his infinite wisdom and knowledge, even he was bested by the cryptocurrency menace. What hope do we have? I can only imagine the white paper on that first cryptocurrency that Eli and God went halvesies on there. That must have been the most convincing thing ever, if it was enough to convince the Lord that it was real.
And so the Lord says, give that to them, but also give them a 10x. And I'm like, well, where's this liquidity going to come from? And the Lord says, trust me. Well, as money is coming in, we would be sowing it. And at first it was hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars, then tens of thousands of dollars.
What is God cooking here? It's like a multi-level marketing scheme. He's about to start running a Ponzi scheme or something here. What? What? He actually hit Pastor Eli with the trust me bro there on where the liquidity comes from? Interesting. Maybe Pastor Eli is innocent after all. It's so... Obviously dropping the sarcasm here for a second. It is crazy to me that someone like Pastor Eli Regalado, or however you say his last name, is actually trying this right now, and that it's actually working. That's the saddest fucking part. I'm gonna skip ahead real quick here. I was going to save these screenshots till after I finish the response, but it just feels natural to put them in right now. Here's some of the responses that he's received from people in the community. What a crazy ride, Eli. I can't imagine what you guys are going through. Prayers going up. What about the crazy ride that all of the victims are going through with over $3 million stolen from them in this scam? Why are your prayers going to Eli, who made off with over $1 million here? Those prayers aren't even falling on deaf ears. Pastor Eli actively uses prayers as toilet paper to wipe his ass with. This guy took the prayers of hundreds of people that were praying for a miracle, a financial miracle, and completely trashed them. Someone said, standing with you, and then someone else said, unending support. Why? Why are you standing with him? He is openly admitting to a scam. Why are you supporting him endlessly? He is openly admitting to a scam. He doesn't even have the courtesy to take responsibility for his own actions here. He is blaming God, which is like the worst thing you can do in Christianity, to blame God for the evils you have committed. So sorry for stress you passed through. God has the plan for you and your team. He will lead you through to the success of this project. And Eli just says, yes. The project is dead, much like the bank accounts for many of the vulnerable people that Eli exploited here. What do you mean you're sorry for his stress? What about the stress of the actual victims? Someone else says, stay in the boat, trust in the Lord, and stop looking at the storm. Amen, Sean. What do you mean stay in the boat? The boat has capsized. There was no boat. It was a fucking yacht that Eli was buying with the money that he scammed from you and people like you. What do you mean? This is not God's plan. Thanks for the update. No one can close a door the Lord has opened. This is not a door the Lord has opened. This is a door Eli kicked open into fraudulent activity, taking advantage of a ton of people that were vulnerable. And Eli says, Isaiah 22:22, brother, thanks for standing and encouraging us through all of it. Of course, everybody is familiar with Isaiah 22:22. It's one of the most famous sermons. It's the excerpt that states, buy low, sell high. These are just a few examples of people still supporting him. It's just this perception that pastors are infallible, and that if you don't support a pastor that might be sinful on you, it's not. This guy is openly admitting to his scam that he and his wife ran, and he is blaming God for it. That is as sinful as it gets. It is ridiculous to try and paint him as a victim or something like that. It's so unreal.
Money would come in, we tithe, we sow, more money would come in. And so we were just always under the impression that God was going to provide, that the source was never ending, that God was doing a new thing, and that we had nothing to worry about. And we sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. We did. We took God at his word and sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. And so the prosecutors have to take that and say, these people willingly sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. What we're praying for and what we're believing for still is that God is going to do a miracle. God is going to work a miracle in the financial sector.
I'm going to go ahead and spoil how this anime ends. There's not going to be a miracle in the financial sector. This is a bunch of baloney. He and his wife are scammers, and they have used Christianity and God's name in vain here in order to pocket an outrageous amount of wealth for themselves. I feel bad for the victims here because I have no doubt that they're on the older side of things, at least judging by some of the comments I've read, so probably had no clue what cryptocurrency was and just trusted the pastor at his word that God was helping and steering this in the right direction. It would help improve their financial security. I imagine a lot of them were probably desperate, especially given the current climate of things right now. There's a lot of people struggling. So hearing something like this from someone you trust, a pastor, who's saying like, put money in here and the Lord will provide and help you out when you need it most. A lot of people would likely buy into that, and they clearly did, and now they're fucking ruined for it. And meanwhile, this guy and his wife have made over $1 million from it and are still trying to spin this as though they're not evil when they are. This is a terrible, horrible thing to do, made even worse by the fact that he won't just own up to it and instead continues to blame God for it, and then still tries to sew in that like little bit of hope that, hey, maybe there'll be a miracle because God's on our side and helping us out. When that's not going to be the case, this was from the very get-go, it appears, a scam. So yeah, a pretty ridiculous situation here that I just had to talk about a little bit. It is foul. That's about it. So yeah. Our world still bears the scars that we suffered from the Willy Wonka experience. God rest the souls of all who lost their time and money at that event. It is by far the silliest scam event, and it became a massive worldwide phenomenon with people talking about it. It was like Fyre Fest, except for Willy Wonka fans. It was just such a beautiful tragedy that really grabbed the whole world by the tits. Even the victims of the scam couldn't help but recognize how fucking wacky it was. And since then, there's been a couple of other big scam events that have come out, but not to the level we're about to see here. I'd argue this is almost to the same silliness level as the Willy Wonka experience. It just happened recently with a fraudulent Bridgerton ball. So Bridgerton is a massive show, I'm sure you've all heard of it, and there was an event organizer who was putting on a big Bridgerton event, charging 300 clams to to attend, promising to deliver a wet dream, an absolute fantasy of an event, but when you got there, it was a nightmare.
Who say they're now out hundreds of dollars and have no Regal experience to show for it.
Standing in the rain, dressed to the nines.
Honestly, I just want my money back.
Superfans say they didn't get what they thought they were paying for at the Detroit Bridgerton Ball.
They paid $300 doubloons only to get stuck standing outside the venue in the rain in their most expensive, most elaborate outfits, just getting poured on. And if you did get inside, well, it wasn't exactly special. It was pretty barren and empty. It makes the surprise party my parents tried to throw for me in middle school look like the Met Gala. A Twitter user named Rachel gave us the scoop from the inside here about the Bridgerton Ball and what exactly it consisted of. So, $300 price tag, and basically it was a lot of people sitting around on their phones because there was nothing to do. There was no ball. There was no anything. It was like the fucking void that Squidward goes to be all alone. Except you're not alone, you're just surrounded by multiple hundreds of other people that also got scammed and paid to be there. There's also some hoopla before the event even took place because of a rescheduling that didn't make a lot of sense. So originally the event was supposed to happen in August, but then there was hoopla, they pushed it to September, and then there was even accusations that the reason that they had to push the date is because they weren't paying the previous venue, which is why they got, kicked out of using the venue or something to that effect. But regardless, the event did happen 3 days ago, or lack thereof an event, really. Here's the decor of the Bridgerton Ball event. Stellar, absolutely jaw-dropping, breathtaking, even. This is straight out of a wet dream. I mean, just look at how great it looks. So, as you can see, it wasn't exactly the best put-together venue. That looks like something you'd see set up at the state fair for photos, not a $300 Bridgerton Ball event. And I think the Twitter user really hit the nail on the head. I have a game theory here. I think the organizers got all of this money from all of these attendees, and they were just extremely happy. And then as it came closer to the date, they realized, oh, we can't just take their money. We're going to go to jail for that. That's illegal. We have to put on some kind of event. So they panicked and then went to Party City, grabbed this furniture, and just set it down haphazardly there. It really feels like this whole event was put on like the actual day before. And even less, perhaps. Like maybe a few hours before people got there, they had like a couple of friends and family scrambling to get like some chairs and, hire someone to play the violin. Because one of the advertisements was like live music. Well, here's the live music. A single violin player, like probably playing the saddest song you've ever heard too. Like that must feel awful. You get hired for a gig and it turns out to be this. That's gotta feel like shit. So you just sit there forced to play for people that are miserable after having been scammed, after having been stood out in the rain for God knows how long, and you have to sit there as the only source of sound in the venue, aside from like tears from people who realized how much money they just wasted. But don't worry, the event wasn't without entertainment. The organizers hired a stripper for some reason. They hired one stripper for the Bridgerton Ball. Now, I'm not the most knowledgeable on Bridgerton, but that seems a little out of place. It feels like what happened is they just scrolled through Facebook Marketplace for anyone advertising any talent, like, commission them. Hey, I play the violin. I'll come do like a party or something if you need. Book it. Hey, I'm an exotic dancer. Book it. You probably could have advertised anything, and if you were on the marketplace at the time before this event happened, they probably would have grabbed your services. Like, hey, I'm a professional soup slurper. Oh, you're coming to the Bridgerton Ball. Hey, I juggle and spread my butt cheeks. To the Bridgerton Ball with you. Like, it looks like they just desperately, at the last minute, just hired some people to come in here just to, like, hang out to make it look like the event was happening. Like, it looks like they were trying to do the bare minimum where they could make a legal argument that they did fulfill their event obligation. But yeah, they promised a cash prize, which that didn't happen. They promised a Diamond of the Season thing, which didn't happen, and a lot of other like nonsense that didn't happen. And overall, most people want a refund, which is very reasonable. They got scammed. They 100% got schmeckeldorfed. They also got potentially food poisoned as well. Apparently they ran out of food after an hour, and some of the food they were serving was raw. So there's a good chance that not only did you get scammed, your gut got fucking slammed.
The way that it was described is that this was going to be a Bridgerton evening. We were going to have classical music, good dinner, and there was going to be a play, and they were going to pick Diamond of the Season. They were going to give away all of these prizes, and we went in, and it's completely empty in there.
Hey, come on now, it wasn't completely empty in there. Didn't you see the pole dancing and the violin player? I bet they were probably just about to bring out Monopoly as well.
And had no problem just taking people's money.
The company behind the event, Uncle and Me LLC, has since disabled comments on their social media.
They haven't put out any official statement, the event organizer I'm referring to. They've just gone silent. So I'm guessing this is just another little game theory here. I'm guessing what's going to happen is the classic. They're going to shut down their socials. They're going to remake the company under a different name and pull another scam like this again in the future. That's my hypothesis. I just don't see a world where Uncle and Me can somehow put out a statement that allows them to continue to do business down the line. Like, this fundamentally stops their whole business, because who the fuck is going to pay money to go to another one of their events? Even if they said they were just giving away free donuts, I bet nobody shows up because they wouldn't trust it. Like, they'd still feel like there's some kind of scam there. It's not something an event organizer can come back from. You have scammed a lot of people, and they're not giving refunds as of this moment. So how the fuck are you expected to do business again? And I don't think they're going to try. I think they're going to rebrand. That's my guess. I am hoping for a happy ending, though, for the people that lost their money in this. I'm hoping they get a refund. Also, this scam, like this event, is probably the only one so far where people probably lost a lot more than just that money in that time. Because of the scale of it, like a Bridgerton ball where it was all about like elegance and dressing up and all of this, I have no doubt there's people that spent like an entire week picking out their outfit, buying accessories, buying other things, buying outfits, buying dresses, all just to prepare for this event, which turned out to be a big fucking fraud, a big scam. So I do think that this is probably more than $300 that people lost in this. That's just how much they lost on the ticket. And that super sucks. But anyway, want to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See ya. Another day, another goofy crypto project to laugh at. Yesterday, I was finding tons of beautiful NFTs to make me sick to my stomach, such as the Adolf Hitler collection, where apparently Adolf Hitler's soul has been minted into the blockchain in a collection called the Adolphis, which is basically Bored Apes, but with Hitler. I'm guessing that project's really popping off. And then, of course, recently Troy Baker went on Twitter and publicly shot himself in the foot by announcing his own NFT project, saying, "You can hate or you can create." And collectively, he got hated. He got fucking ratioed straight to hell. He got banished to the shadow realm with a fat ratio. But neither of these projects are what we're talking about today. Today we're going to be looking at Crypto Land. I actually watched this on stream the other day. Before I enlighten you with the Crypto Land video, I wanted to clarify something. On stream before I watched this, I mentioned that I knew a very limited amount about Crypto Land, but I did mention a shitstorm that I saw on Twitter with Crypto Land in regards to kids. So I said that they allowed kids on their island, but apparently this wasn't exactly what they said, so I'll just show you the tweet. This was the tweet that caused all of the drama on Twitter, and it's a fucking weird tweet. So it's even, like, more disturbing than what I said going into the video, or what I thought it was about going into the video. It deals with the age of consent on their island. So, further clarification, Crypto Land was also trying to be a real-world thing, where they were actually going to own a Fijian island for crypto enthusiasts. And someone asked what the age of consent on the island would be, and they just said mental maturity is enough with a winky face. So you can see why this was immediately just written off as a fucking creepy project. I just wanted to clarify this before showing you the video, because I got it wrong in the beginning with what this was actually about. And also, one other thing I learned is that Crypto Land has been DMCA striking people that shit talk their project. So if that does happen to this video, I will be fighting it legally, tooth and nail, and put as much money and time as I need to in order to combat that, because that is some outright bullshit. Crypto Land, I think, is what we're going to start with. Crypto Land is this new crypto scam or something. I don't know shit about it. The only reason I know this exists is because I saw an argument on Twitter where someone asked, who's allowed on Crypto Land? Are kids allowed? And they said anyone's allowed of mental maturity or something, so then everyone started calling Cryptoland Epstein Island. That's the only thing I know about this, and I know they had like a full-blown animated announcement that was really embarrassing.
Hi, this is me, Christopher, a crypto degen with a crush for crypto kitties. I'm on my way to Cryptoland, the #1.
That was pretty that was pretty quick. After just giving a brief backstory of the only thing I know about it, saying they like kids on the island or whatever, he just talks about his obsession with crypto kitties. In 6 seconds. Wow.
And when Connie,
Tier 1
the
Chris
founder,
and
told
Prime
me
Generic.
that visionary investors could own a piece of this unique
And
island,
I did Kid
I
Win,
smashed
or
bought
Kinway.
one of the 60 exclusive parcels on the blockchain hills. That's how I became a king cryptolander. And there it is.
Yeah. Let's go, Cryptoland.
Connie?
Christopher! Come here, buddy!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 50,000 blocks at least. Been waiting for you since...
This is like one of those
What
old
are you, a pending
PC games that
transaction
came
or
in
what?
cereal
Well, I guess I'm
boxes.
confirmed now.
Welcome to Cryptoland, the hodlers of last resort.
This must have cost them so much to make.
All the other king cryptolanders have been arriving from all corners of the world. When we get to the blockchain...
Oh, that's another thing. Also, one more thing I kind of know about this going into it. Apparently this wanted to be more, or wants to be more than crypto. It wants a physical island that you can go visit, which is why people got really bothered by them saying, like, as long as you're mentally mature, any age is welcome. Because that's like a weird thing to say. And, like, welcome onto your island of crypto, bros. So I think this whole thing is about, like, a real place in the real world that is also tied to the blockchain or something. Again, I only know a very limited amount from the Twitter arguments I was reading. Reddit Island 3.0, pretty much.
Not your keys, not your bitcoins. Seriously?
Your keys, your Bitcoin. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin.
Wow.
Where do you come up with these crazy ideas?
You goofball.
I'm not gonna tell you where.
Sir?
God, this
The
is
Lambo's
embarrassing.
ready.
Holy shit.
What?
To the room! To the room, not the moon! Entering the blockchain hills.
Hey, what's that?
The Vladimir Club.
No, this is a real project. This is an actual project. Cryptoland is a real thing. Like, they have their own white paper and everything. A glimpse into the future we all deserve. Yeah, I guess that's one way of saying it. Oh, here. I guess this is a better explanation than I provided. It's a project headed by cryptocurrency enthusiasts to purchase an existing Fijian island and develop it into a haven for fellow cryptocurrency enthusiasts. Oh my god.
In this video, guys, I'm buying a real piece of land in crypto paradise on Fiji.
Shameless. Fucking shameless. Yeah, there's no dislikes though, so it must be good. Is it real though? No, man, it's a fucking scam. What do you mean, is it real? Here, I'll just keep letting the announcement play. Whoops.
Oh my... Wow!
Damn, this place looks sick.
Dope for vacations, but now
Yo,
that I'm
Bored
here,
Apes?
Folks approached me saying, Connie, we need somewhere where we can be programming surrounded by palm trees and views to open sea. They were sick of working
This is
from
a
tiny
great
offices.
mascot. He's like
Why
a
do that
Clippy
when they can work from paradise?
crypto.
So we built it. Come on in.
But all he can do is like
People are picking up their passes
vomit
for the event.
memes. Hey, he's having so much
Just wait
fun.
until you see what's next.
Yeah.
The Crypto Restaurant. You're gonna love this, Christopher.
Oh, I get to eat NFTs. Well, we don't have any real food, but we do have receipts of food.
No, please, go ahead. I'm not a fan of forks, you know?
Oy, 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 oy.
Classic. Thanks. Enjoy your meal.
Jesus
See you around.
Christ. Yikes.
While you were...
What's that?
That's Cryptoland's Walk of
Oh.
Fame.
Whoa!
Follow the
Satoshi.
crypto stars and you'll get to the moon.
That was fun.
Boy, we are in Crypto Beach, and fun is the norm here.
Goddamn right, it's fun. Let's go.
Study the best.
What about the rug pull
Say
room?
when and friend, but enough of swim. Let's go to the proof.
Who is this for? 6-year-olds?
Work out, make the ladies pass out.
What the fuck is this, man? Is there any... I have to look this up. I'm not going to do it on stream because I don't want to see the Council of Cock, but I'm going on Twitter real quick. Does Cryptoland have like a good following? Like people that saw this and like, oh my god, paradise at last. This is what I was born for. I'll take 5 crypto... What were these? Crypto Kitty NFTs? The fuck are they selling? I already forgot what it was called. This is sad. They posted an announcement 5 days ago. Dear Cryptolanders, we have been the victims of what seems to be a planned attack to harass, vilify, and twist our work. We condemn all the false information and false accusations being spread about Cryptoland and invite those who are truly interested to make their own research and politely ask us if they want to know anything about this amazing project. Much love, Cryptoland team. You know, bah humbug, fuck all those people that are misrepresenting the good work of the Cryptoland. I think they did a great job of making sure no one would ever be interested with this animation. I don't think there's any need to twist their words when this exists. Firefest for Crypto Virgins. I keep seeing that posted everywhere. Jesus Christ. My God, in their own household here. I can't find anything positive. Like, they're literally liking some of these tweets, too.
Crypto is in my chromosome.
Damn, this slaps.
Look at my face, I'm in the crypto space.
The gospel. The future is here, baby. And it's bright. Let's go. Alright, I'm coming to Cryptoland, baby. That looks amazing. That looks good.
I'm exhausted.
I come from New York City, New York.
Oh my God, even Crazy Frog's here? He's been minted into the blockchain? That's actually just gonna get me DMCA'd.
See you all there.
Hey, see you on Cryptoland. Alright, that looked awesome. The land of DMCA strikes and cease and desist letters. They have resorted to legal threats and DMCA strikes and misrepresenting information, is that right?
Because they are doing the good old DMCA and sending legal threats to people.
Are they?
So good luck with that one, by the way, guys. But either way, let's start looking into some of this stuff. The tweet about age of consent, right? Somebody tweeted at them and said, "What's the age of consent on Cryptoland?" And the Twitter account responded with this: "Mental maturity should be more than enough." Winky face.
Yeah, now, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, this stirred up quite the shitstorm. Like just a normal question. You know? And such a normal answer. It's weird that people have been besmirching the good name of Cryptoland. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is where EDP's hanging out now. Like, he works there. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, this is a very fucking weird response. And especially the winky face at the end.
I know that this is going to sound ridiculous because this wouldn't hold up in a court of law.
Yeah, but you're going to bring up the winky face. The winky face is weird.
Public opinion. Why is there a winky face in there?
So this is when they started sending out cease and desist letters. It looks like the cease and desists are going well. LOL, 36k likes. Nice. The Cryptoland legal team. I promise you no such thing has ever existed in any crypto project ever. The legal team is, that's Voldemort's name. There's no such thing as legality when it comes to fucking crypto NFT teams. No shot.
It specifically states you can use this. It's free. Anybody can use
this. Oh, so they just
this,
used free assets.
But there is a condition, and the condition is
looks like so much hard work.
Credit me.
So they stole a bunch of
assets from corporate entities and giving it back to the people. But of course, not when it suits us. Not when the corporate.
Oh, so it actually did go through on YouTube. I think that's one of the most laughable parts about YouTube is that something like Cryptoland can still take down a video, like from just some person. That's pretty wild.
This is a video that's showing every single one of their things is from somebody else on Instagram.
So they stole everything, and it's a terrible project to begin with. Nice. Well, I'm all caught up. That animation was pretty fucking lit, though. That shit really kind of went in. Do we have any Cryptolanders in chat? Will I be seeing any of you guys on the island? Yeah, unfortunately the title of the video is not misleading. Mr. Lonely himself, Akon, is behind a massive scam. If any of you watching grew up in the 90s or early 2000s, I'm sure that name rings a lot of bells because Akon is an artist who was responsible for some absolutely iconic boner jams back in the day. And a few years ago, he decided to pitch a city, Akon City, which would be powered by the blockchain and have their own form of currency called A-Coin. And I've got to tell you, the design documents here, the blueprints, the renders of what Akon City could look like are so outrageous it almost makes the Willy Wonka experience look like a good idea. I feel like everyone who takes even a glance at the proposed Akon City documents will immediately write it off as being impossible and just a load of baloney. And they'd be 100% right in that assumption. This will never happen. This city looks like something out of Final Fantasy. It's just not really feasible. Yet, Akon, as well as other collaborators, are doing their best to try and make it a reality. Though after years of work, the only thing they have to show for it is a single welcome center that has a graffitied picture of Akon on the side. And it doesn't really welcome you to anything because there's nothing to show for it. It just welcomes you to something that's emptier than my colon after eating Greek yogurt first thing in the morning. It takes you to basically just an empty field, though there is a single building skeleton there that has a staircase and that's it, and then just a bunch of cattle roaming freely. So there is no real progress being made on Akon City, and it really seems like from the beginning this was supposed to be just either a full-blown scam or just a narcissistic ego piece for Akon. Because it makes no sense why Akon would introduce a cryptocurrency to Akon City when a lot of African regions already use cryptocurrency in their day-to-day lives. If he was really trying to make this a real thing that wasn't just trying to take advantage and exploit people, it would have made more sense for him to just use the already established Bitcoin or Ethereum, which is prevalent throughout Africa. But instead he introduced his own cryptocurrency and said, "I am the bank." He also is the douchebag behind Acoin fucking a ton of early investors. So they actually did sell Acoin, and a lot of people bought into it, and then it immediately collapsed. It went from a 132% gain to a 60% loss, and then started offering refunds. And all these investors, when trying to get their refund, basically just got cold-shouldered and never got their refunds for this. They basically just got rugged like everyone else with the crypto boom a few years ago. But anyway, I recommend checking out Patrick Cece's video for an in-depth look at a lot of what went on behind the scenes at Akon City and Akon himself here. I want to show you what Akon City was supposed to look like and how fucking stupid this entire project seems just from like an outside perspective. It really looks like an impossible to complete task that somehow Akon promised would be done by 2024, and yet all they have right now is like a bare bones welcome center and like a single like skeleton of another building. That's about as bad as the Soulja Boy Game Boy. Okay, show a little respect for the Soulja console. Also, Akon City is so much worse than just releasing a fraudulent game console. It is disgusting to compare the two. Akon's City is like the most egregious over-the-top scam. Like, it's so much worse. Akon actually has a video showcasing it. Look up, "This is Akon City." I don't think I ever saw this. I only ever read about Akon City. So here's the entertainment district. What are these? These aren't even buildings. This looks like when you go into Roller Coaster Tycoon and fuck up the terrain. Who's your architect? This is what it looks like when you like actually trip acid for the first time. It's even bad CG. Yeah. It's melted. Yeah, I guess their chief architect is Salvador Dali. Brought him back with the Akon City in-house necromancer. The Tech District? What does this mean? Tech 003421? What tech what? What is the tech? What are they doing here? Lex Luthor live here or something? What does this mean? What does it mean? Butt Plug City. Yeah, I mean, not wrong. This all does look like something you'd find on Bad Dragon. Health and safety. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. That's... Oh, wait, it's this building. I thought he just reused Tech 001 here for the health and safety building, but it's this building. They're just side by side. Yeah. This is the police station here. They inhabit this pack of hot dogs. Here's the fire department, which is conveniently placed in the worst possible position for them to get anywhere, because they're going to have to navigate this minefield, this fucking labyrinth. Good luck having a quick response time from the firefighters. Unspecified office building, I guess. Residential building. General hospital. Outpatient clinic. This is another residential building. Just this coral. Game name. Oh no, this is a city. This is a Akon City in real life. Apparently they actually did build a building though, so I'm gonna have to check that out. I never saw this video go up for it. Education District, this is Education 1, Education 2, Education 3, so I'm guessing this is pre-K, kindergarten, middle school, high school, and then everyone parks here in this teardrop, and then another residential building. Osmosis Jones type landscape. Bro modeled the city from the mitochondria. Yeah, true. So here's the Scenewood district. Oh, here, Akon Tower. He's even got his own, like, Avengers building. So this is where Akon lives, and only Akon. Wait, wasn't this in the tech district? Isn't this building already occupied by tech? Am I misremembering the layout? It might be too sophisticated for my tiny little reptile brain, but I'm pretty sure that was one of the tech buildings. Oh no, it's right here. It's right above Tech 4. Then a bunch of filming studios, more residential buildings, some more office buildings, and this random media tower, I guess. Looks like a cactus theme park. Yeah. Convenient location. All of this looks like Hitachi wands. It looks less like butt plugs, and it legitimately looks like the things you'd see in porn. Those, like, really, ribby wands. Looks like Cryptoland 2.0. Well, apparently it's powered by the blockchain, so it kind of is Cryptoland 2.0. I have to imagine whoever put this presentation together was actually laughing so hard as they charged Akon an exorbitant amount for it. Yeah, I'll throw this piece of shit together for like, I don't know, like $3 million bucks. Done. Shake my hand. Looks like a pretty cool place to live. I don't know what I'm looking at here. It's just random JPEGs that are floating through on this building, but how could you not smile if you lived in a place like Akon City? Alright, let's see the current Akon City. Do we really need an explanation for why Akon City will never happen? I think we all know just by looking at the design blueprints there. Like, come on.
Building has like futuristic curvatures outside. It definitely looks like something out of Wakanda, but only one building so far.
Whoa, what was this? Wait, what? This is there right now. Also, you should probably have someone else come in and do the artwork on the side of your building. Why? That looks like extremely low poly. It's like a PS1 render of Akon. You could definitely find a better artist for that. In March 2022, Stevens asked a judge to freeze Akon's New York assets, claiming that without the measure, Akon would have difficulty repaying an alleged debt. Stevens' lawyer, Jeffrey Movitt, alleged in his affidavit that Akon City and Akon exhibited many of the trademark characteristics of a fraudulent business venture, such as Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes. Akon City was likely a scam. Akon denied the allegations about Akon City. The following month, he paid $850K to settle part of the ongoing lawsuit. He said the motion to freeze his accounts has been made out of spite. I mean, likely a scam is very generous. It is 100% a scam in every possible version of the word. It is official. That's the only thing they've built at Akon City. It's just a welcome center with his face on it. Well, why can't I... Does anyone ever pay a visit to the welcome center? I want to see it. I've made a ton of videos making fun of those alpha male boot camps that charge desperate, gullible men tens of thousands of dollars to attend a course where they just get sprayed with a hose for 3 days and spit on and yelled at and get absolutely nothing of value out of it. And today I was made aware that there's a similar course for women. It's not exactly the same, but it's somewhat adjacent. It's not an alpha female course per se. You pay $2,000 to $4,000 to swing a stick in a forest while screaming. And it's supposed to be like this emotional release for things that are enraging you.
Would you pay $4,000 to swing big sticks and scream in the woods with the aim of releasing your anger?
Obviously, there's only one right answer to that question. Any sensible person on the planet would say, absolutely yes. It's more than worth it to go pay $2,000 to $4,000 to swing a fucking stick. Sign me up. I'm ready. That's something I can't do for free. Where am I gonna find a stick?
It is imperative that we allow ourselves safe spaces to release this fiery, hot emotion from within us.
So it's called the Rage Ritual Retreat.
If you want a healthy way of releasing all of your anger just to scream, shout, let it all out, solo queue in Rainbow Six Siege. I guarantee after your second game you won't have a voice left because you'd be too busy yelling at your fucking teammates who are lobotomites. Now, dropping the sarcasm, this is just a blatant scam. Charging people up to $4,000 to swing a stick while yelling? I couldn't imagine a worse use of your money. You would get more value out of using $4,000 as toilet paper. I would actually say that is a better use of those dollar bills as opposed to spending them on this con artist. Like, there's not even an overhead cost here. It's like genius from the scammer's perspective. All you do is just go into a forest and give them sticks and tell them to yell. One of their big selling points, at least from what I can tell, is that this is a safe space to do it in, a controlled environment where there's going to be no judgment and no one's going to hear you. Bah humbug, what a load of fucking horseradish. It's not like the lead lady here who you're about to meet surveyed the entire area within 3 miles to ensure that it's a closed set that no one's going to infiltrate. There's definitely going to be some hikers that might hear you, or some wildlife that's going to be startled and maybe you get charged by a bear who's confused or something. Like, it's not like this is some kind of environment she controls. All she did is get a class together and charge them thousands of dollars to swing sticks together. Something that you can do for free right now. And in fact, I will. I'm going to release my rage at seeing this blatant scam and people's willingness to just spend tons of money on absolute fucking nothing. But I don't have a stick, so instead I'm using this bold and brash picture.
And the founder's name is Mia, and she describes herself as a spiritual fairy godmother and is known online as Mia Magic.
You're gonna need big sticks.
Right now I feel angry, right now I feel frustrated. Everything, whatever you're feeling, let it out, express yourself.
Basically paying thousands of dollars for a guided anti-meditation class. So you visualize something you don't like. So for me, I've got a big mental image of James Corden. Grr, I'm gritting my teeth. I gotta let all this anger out. Where's my stick? And then spiritual fairy godmother gives you permission to start yelling while hitting the ground with a stick till your arms give out. It's an actual caveman course. The lady behind it is a self-proclaimed mystic whose supernatural ability is getting middle-aged women to empty their piggy banks for her. And her rage ritual she describes as, when people do this and give themselves permission to release their anger, their capacity for joy actually expands. Which is a bunch of fucking mumbo-jumbo. Like, this gobbledygook is something you see in every angle of these scams. Like, alpha male boot camps do the same thing. Right now, you're a broken man and only we can fix you because we're gonna give you the capacity for success. So give us $18,000 so we can stick this hose up your ass. They're able to feel more happiness and pleasure, and they go home to their families with more gratitude and ease and peace. That's like the same goofy logic in the Purge movies. Alright, we're gonna make murder legal for one day so that way you can get it all out of your system and you won't want to murder anyone else for the entire 364 other days. This is like that same thought process. Alright, we're gonna go to the rage retreat for a little while and you can scream a lot while swinging a stick, so when you go home you're gonna be so much more peaceful and you won't have any rage left and you won't get angry again. As I've said in some of the alpha male courses where they have you scream into the instructor's bosom, literally just motorboating a dude's chest while screaming, I have said that it is definitely relieving to yell. Just have this big emotional dump. Ah! It feels great sometimes just to let it all out. I get it. And you know what the beauty of that is? It's free. You shouldn't be paying thousands of fucking dollars to do that. You can do it now. And I guess I should mention that she does have another more financially viable option where it's a one-day ticket at $222 per person. Now, just to put that in perspective, for 222 clams, you can just go to a fucking smash room right now, get yourself a sledgehammer or a baseball bat or your medieval weapon of choice, and just start breaking shit while yelling and screaming. That is like a full-body release. It's very emotional if you want it to be, I guess. It's significantly cheaper, you're not getting scammed, and you get to have fun with it. Why not just do a smash room? Like, this has no advantages at all, except you go into a forest for it, which doesn't do anything. And it's not even like she's trying to sell it as that, like, oh, it improves your connection to nature through like this, you know, chakra realignment with the Earth's magnetic crust. Like, she's not even trying any of those weird angles that we see a lot. She is literally just saying, hey, come swing a stick and yell. Well, then let me cosplay as your financial advisor real quick. Save yourself the doubloons and go to a Smash Room right now if you think this is something that's going to help you feel better and like let off some steam. Go to Smash Room, save yourselves a lot of money, and bust up a car, destroy a toaster, fucking, I don't know, blast an old kitchen sink, whatever they have there, and start yelling and screaming, get real primal and guttural with it. Like, there is no reason anyone should be paying thousands of dollars or even the couple hundred dollars to do this rage retreat. It's just a scam.
Now, participants are encouraged to scream, to think of people and experiences that have wronged them, and swing big sticks for up to 20 minutes or until they can no longer move their arms as a way to release their emotions.
This is a place where we get to go full out without any feeling of restriction.
Hey, it's me, Charles, again, your spiritual Gary Godfather, your spiritual fairy godfather here. Just go to a Smash Room instead. You don't have to pay me for this advice here. Wish granted. You want to blow off some steam and scream and swing a stick? Go to a Smash Room. It's not nearly as much money as this. Okay, fairy godfather out. Poof.
Who has made me angry? Who has hurt me? Who has broken me? Who has cut me down?
Now, the rage rituals go down in the forest so that they don't have to worry about bothering people nearby. And if you're thinking of joining a rage ritual, the packages range from $2,000 to $4,000. And you know people online are sharing their thoughts on this creative therapeutic outlet. One user said, where is this? Asking for a friend.
This has nothing to do with the rage ritual anymore, but the video that I was linked here, I just find it very interesting, the comments they pick out. So that one right there, that has no updates at all. That seems like a comment production might have left there just to seed something in here that's positive. Somehow they only found positive comments when I know people would be clowning on this. 100%. I know for a fact they are because I looked at other uploads and most of the comments are laughing at it. Yet somehow they found the only 3 positive comments buried deep within there. I just thought that was kind of interesting to point out.
And this user said, I want in, while this user said, I wish women would just take their rage out on the people that are enraging them. These rituals are like a bandage for a bleeding wound. Now, Mia Magic said the next retreat will be in August and the location will be in France. So BG Squad, how do you feel about this rage ritual? And are you thinking of going to one too? Share your thoughts in the comments.
I hope you don't mind if I share my thoughts in this video. I will not be attending. And I encourage everybody else to do the same. Please stop paying thousands of dollars for things you can do yourself for free. You are getting absolutely nothing of value out of this, except I guess if you wanted to go to France. I mean, I guess if you want to take a vacation to France, but it seems like all you do there is go to France and swing a stick in the forests. Basically what you're doing is you're paying for this lady's vacation spots. That's more what it seems like to me. She's like, oh yeah, this one's gonna be in France because you're able to scream louder there, and like the forests are super isolated and serene. So yeah, this next one's gonna be in France. It's $4,000, by the way. Like, it seems like all you're doing is financing her traveling. Like, that's what the impression I get. There's no reason that it needs to go overseas. You can do this in any fucking forest ever. It's just so obviously a scam, taking advantage of gullible people. It's so fucking ridiculous, but that's just kind of the day and age. People are more than willing to just part with tons and tons of money for absolutely no reason at all. But yeah, I want to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya. In the UK right now, there's a product that's more valuable than gold that people are going absolutely wild and wacky over. It's Prime, which is the drink from KSI and Logan Paul. It's being treated like a holy elixir that's understocked and absolutely making people ravenous to get their hands on it. The Prime panic is sweeping the UK, and there will be no survivors. It's like the blood of Christ has been bottled and people can't help but just go fight for it. And it's not because of the taste that's led to this situation, it's because it's become something of a status symbol. Having it makes you cool if you're very young. And if you're very old, having it means you can charge a huge markup for it and scam those kids that are desperate for the attention that it brings online. So there's been a lot of videos of people fighting each other for it. I'll show you a couple of clips.
Oh my god!
People getting in there, throwing hands, boxing each other out like it's basketball, getting ready for a rebound, all just to get their hands on some Prime. I've had it before because in the States it's not rare, it's not hard to come by. I could walk outside right now and find like an unopened pallet of Prime. It's really just in the UK that this hysteria is sweeping the entire nation. It's going absolutely crazy there. So I've tried it, I think it's good, I have no complaints, but I certainly wouldn't be beating some ass and being that desperate to get my hands on a bottle. But you know who is extremely desperate is a place called Wakey Wines that I just recently learned about. Their entire business right now revolves around reselling Prime at a huge price increase, all the way up to £100 for a single can or bottle of Prime. Usually a bottle will be about £2, but Wakey Wines is treating it like it's the fountain of youth juice here, selling it at 100 bottles, or £100 per bottle in some cases, and they're still successfully making sales. They've actually become extremely popular for this. A lot of people are buying it from them. That's how outrageous this whole thing is. Now I want to show you a great video that breaks it all down. This comes from a channel named Fat Memer, and I learned everything there is to learn about Wakey Wines here. You hear the Wakey Wines people made their own drink. What's special about Wakey Wines? They price gouge everything they sell. How are they successful then? Oh, here's a whole thing on it. Let me see.
Mohammed and Abdul, aka the Wolves of Wakefield, have been hitting national headlines over
the Wolves of Wakefield. I don't know anything about these guys. They seem like some real goofballs. I promise you, no one is calling them the Wolves of Wakefield besides them. They absolutely gave themselves that name. No shot anyone actually gives that much thought to them aside from like, wow, what a joke.
The last few weeks for reselling Prime at extortionate prices and their viral videos. Ironically, they haven't become known for selling wine, but Prime. Now, of course, because KSI and Logan Paul,
I'm assuming they sell more than that, though.
They know that kids are willing to do anything to get their hands on this drink. For mum...
But why? But like, actually, why? I still don't see why people are fighting themselves over Prime in the UK. It is abundant in the States. I can go anywhere that sells drinks and they have, like, Prime filled to the fucking brim, literally leaking out of their toilets. It's everywhere. There's not that same chaos here. Why do kids in the UK want to fight each other for Prime? Even if it's from their favorite YouTubers, I don't really get it. Because you just drink it once and then you're done. Expensive and therefore cool. I guess... That's kind of become like a pretty common thing. Like if something costs a lot, it's like a status symbol to have it. But it's not like you collect Prime. What, are they putting it in like an acrylic box and stacking it on their bookshelf? I doubt it. They probably get it, drink it for the sake of a TikTok, and then they're done. €100 down the shitter. They collect the bottles to flex on TikTok? Well, you can just order empty bottles though. The flex is they drink it. But it just seems like such a huge price for one TikTok of drinking Prime.
With fluctuating prices between £15 and £30 for the standard Prime drink, and prices now reaching an eye-watering £100 a can for the brand new Prime Energy cans. Wakey Wines have taken
I see, okay, so the energy's an increased premium because it's newer. I'm assuming it's even more understocked. So now they're charging the moon for that shit. It's like an NFT at this point, goddamn.
Which has led people to discover his dark past. In 2015, Mohammed received an 8-year jail sentence and served 4 years behind bars. At the time, it was reported that he pleaded guilty and was convicted of selling cocaine and heroin. With this...
Yeah, it just reminded me of something totally unrelated to his charges. You guys ever see this video? It just resurfaced today. About the turtle that was smuggling $53 million worth of coke. Yeah, it was back in like 2017. There was a sea turtle that had $53 million worth of cocaine that was strapped to it. That was like fucking El Chapo's pet. They finally got him though. They finally got him. That bastard. He'd been importing this shit for years. 1,800 pounds worth. How long did the turtle serve for? I don't know. I didn't see anything about his trial. All I can tell you is Crash did not take it well after the flop of Finding Dory. Shit was rough. In all seriousness, I hope the turtle's alright. Yeah, I imagine they probably got the cocaine off of it, and then just set it free again. Like, I don't think they actually threw it in cuffs or anything. I don't think it's currently sitting in, you know, county. Excuse me, Panda. Did I get the name of the turtle from Finding Nemo wrong? Isn't it Crash? It's Crash and Squirt, right? Why are you saying it's Crush? Oh my god, it is Crush. Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot.
For my money now, I've got a shop. My dad bought me a shop, and I work hard, and I don't sell drugs now. So I just thought I put it out there rather than everybody else saying Azza's doing this, Azza's doing that, and I'm a changed person. I'm reformed. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I see no reason to doubt him. He served his time. I think he doesn't even need to deal drugs anymore. He's selling something far more addictive, and that's clout. So he's able to easily tap into an even bigger market now. Like cocaine, yeah, I'm sure kids are gonna get cocaine somehow, but it's a lot harder than just going down to his shop and getting fucking Prime for €100. So it's I believe he probably doesn't deal drugs anymore.
Amounts and high values. It shouldn't be worth £100 for a can of Prime, or 10, 15, 20 pounds for a bottle of Prime hydration. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I hate it. To the owner of Wakey Wines, I mean, what you're doing is just unfair, and it's
challenge him to a boxing match, beat his ass.
It's not ethical, it's not nice.
Although to
KSI drops the gauntlet. If you can beat me in boxing, you can actually double the price and I'll endorse it. But you lose, you shut down the shop. Make some high stakes out of it. Scalpers are dicks. Yep, no one likes scalpers, literally. I don't know how they're in business, to be honest. They must just be very lucky that some people are so starved for the clout of that TikTok flex of drinking the Prime that they'll pay the £100. But, yeah, no one likes them. Literally no one likes them. I think scalpers are probably like one of the only unanimously hated career paths in the world. Like, even a drug dealer, you can make some arguments for, like, a good drug dealer. He's peddling escapism. Well, he's doing it because he has to feed his family at home. With a scalper, no one's making those arguments. Scalpers just fucking suck across the board. I just checked, it's like 120 American dollars. Yeah, if you convert it to freedom units, it's over $100. It is outrageous. I mean, that's scalping in a nutshell, though.
Fair play, Mo. In fact, if you're a kid and you're paying £100 for a bottle of Prime, then you deserve to get scammed. You've got to write the kid off. He's got no chance.
You know what? I'll make an argument in defense of Wakey Wines. He's teaching kids an important lesson about getting scammed early. And hopefully, it'll be something that stays with them for the rest of their life. Like, wow, what a fucking idiot I was paying £100 for this bottle of Prime. Never doing that again. It's a low-level scam. It's very expensive for a kid. Very expensive in general. So it should be one that would resonate pretty profoundly, I would think. It's not the kids' money, it's the idiot parents. That's possible, I guess. Well, it'll teach the parents an important lesson about not raising a dumb kid. I don't know.
Video emerged of Mo in a nightclub dancing the night away with women of the night. One Twitter user stated, sniffing lines, banging nines, and selling Prime. I mean,
cool slogan.
Can you blame him?
Put that on the store.
To society, and anyway, these kids wouldn't know how to spend their money properly. Wakey Wine seems to be going from strength to strength, and now even have their own song.
Oh! Wait! This is the Paradox Metaverse crypto place? Where the Amio Talio tried to get like Wakey Wines endorsement behind him and not even they were able to make anything out of it? That's crazy! Wow, they actually just do go scam to scam. So they're even in metaverse scams. Holy shit. Crypto scams. Wait, that's fucking wild. That's a full circle. They're just like this giant fleshlight that scams will filter through. Cool.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to follow me on all of my socials.
This is a great breakdown of it. I didn't know shit about them.
Subscribe and comment below what you want to see next.
Huge. Good work. That's interesting. What a nice little cameo from previous season supervillains with Paradox Metaverse crypto. How's that coin doing, by the way? Let's take a peek. Oh, jeepers. How did it all go so wrong? Oh, I can't believe it. That's the day chart? Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We should look at how it's doing over the last week. Oh, no. What? How's this possible? Whoa! What was this little pump here? Amio Talio buying on bot accounts. Good work. That was a nice little pump and dump for a day. Literally a day. And then back to rugging it. Did you see kids opening Prime at Christmas? They reacted the same way as a kid getting his first Xbox. That's so cute. Oh, actually, before that, I forgot to look at this.
Recently, I did a video about Earth 2. In my eyes, it's either A, a delusional group of pathetically idealistic idiots who think that they can redefine the entire virtual entertainment sector with a small team, limited resources, and the largest undertaking, possibly, in the history of technology, or B, a pyramid scheme and a scam that will never deliver and was never intended to. Take your pick, it's still a bad thing.
I think it's the first one.
Well, that video caused a lot of anger and a...
Planet IX is
I'm sold. Fuck it, that looks cool.
Copy of the planet where players can buy, collect, and trade picks, which is how we call the lots of land.
It's the same game.
Packages and then go into the marketplace and then they can sell, exchange, buy directly from
Holy
the
fuck. Holy shit, it is exactly the same scam.
And we're gonna plant like tons and tons of trees. And those guys do not only plant trees, but they have like really beautiful social work happening.
Who are they?
The success of the game. The more players
they also have 50 rocket ships.
The more trees we're gonna plant, and we're gonna keep doing this beautiful.
We're gonna plant trees. We're gonna make laser eyes.
Gameplay, NFTs, cryptocurrency.
This is the most unapologetic scam I've ever seen.
Just work. Soon we'll have tutorials online and showing like how easy this entire NFT world will be.
This is actually
That's
shocking.
That's a colossal amount, actually, because in just a minute 30 flat, this project manages to combine social and environmental activism, NFTs, crypto,
it did a lot.
World building,
it
gaming,
did do a lot.
Loot boxes, and honestly a whole bunch more. But
I think some people
most
just
importantly,
need to get
scammed. Advertised framework, they will launch in 3 separate.
Like if you put money into
Sound this digital world will
like
apparently
you
change
really
the actual
deserve
world.
it.
And since I've now been accused many, it's easy to establish what Planet IX is once we establish what Crowd One is. And to do that, we need to look at their history and their business model.
Jesus, how deep does it go?
Self-advertises as some sort of Crowd One is a pyramid scheme, more commonly known today by those with an utter lack of intellectual competence as a multi-level marketing opportunity. Crowd One.
Nobody calls it that though. They just call it a pyramid scheme.
Greed.
I never hear that tossed around anymore.
The business model revolves around education. It's pretty much the standard practice for those who rely on colloquial turns of phrase as some sort of life-changing charade. And it is, of course.
So what do you buy?
Crowd One skirts.
I'm just gonna look it up myself. I don't get it. What the fuck do you buy with Crowd One? You buy quotes? Oh my god. I'm gonna bring up this website. Let me show you. If any of you, you're taking business courses in university, maybe you graduated with the degree and you're too smart to be scammed, just in case. If you ever see a fucking site that has to say, we are not an investment scheme, you're fucked. If you disregard something like this and still go in, you deserve whatever happens next. You absolutely deserve it. Within the very first paragraph of this website, it immediately gives you the biggest possible red flag. Literally, we aren't a scam. Trust us. But yeah, this looks like an absolute dog shit idea. And I still don't even get what it does. Like, I don't know what you're... Like, what is this shit, though? Like, you're buying nothing. You're buying Migster, who I'm guessing is like a cereal box mascot or something. I don't really get it. Like, I don't know how someone falls for this. Oh, here he is. A mobile gaming tournament platform, Migster. So you're paying for 12 months to a furry fan site? Like, what is it?
Migster is a social gaming platform for you and your friends to play and take part in tournaments through online streaming.
They did not. They did not. This is the old Scooby-Doo Cartoon Network game from their website back in the early 2000s. Holy shit. This just sent me on like a nostalgia boner, like fucking That's So Raven episode. I used to play all of those Cartoon Network games. All of them. The Dexter's Lab ones where you're making like a maze for chickens to die in. The Scooby-Doo one, Samurai Jack had a good one. Teen Titans, oh my god. Why is this being advertised in a 2021 product? Stream your favorite games. If you're trapped in a time vortex in 2002. Oh, Migster's calling, you better answer. What's that playful little guy want? Uh-oh. Christ, so when a tournament starts, your whole life is ruined. The Avengers called. We need you, ASAP. Stop what you're doing. You have to play the Scooby-Doo Flash game right now. So much effort went into this trailer. My god, for one of the worst ideas I've ever seen. I feel like I'm getting a whole movie's experience worth right now. Wow. Fuck. Alright, sign me up. That trailer was real cool. And let's see how Migster's doing now. So you pay for this payment plan for Migster access. But how is he doing? Do they have reviews of Migster on YouTube? Is there any Migster tubers?
Matter natin, press nyo lang po yung...
Do you play any games?
Automatic meron
Here we
pa
go.
yung 1,000 credits. So para saan po ba yung 1,000 credits na yun? So para ano po ba yan at nakikita na ang sobrang
When
dami
does the gaming
yung,
start?
Ano po katay nung...
Alright, that didn't really answer any of my questions. Alright. So I didn't learn anything. But I am interested. What else do you pay for? With Mindo, you grow both personally and professionally. Explore courses like Rhetorics, and how to build your audience and become an entrepreneur. Travel benefits. With Life Trends, you get great discounts at hotels, travel, and cruises. I don't understand. With what? Hey, excuse me, I'd like to stay at this hotel. I have 15 Life Trends coins from Crowd1. What do you mean, get out? Man, this is crazy. So this is it? This is all of Crowd1? You just pay for subscriptions to these awful services? What is so me? I'm so confused. Like, I don't even get the differences in the packages, man. Like, this is blowing my fucking mind that anyone puts money into this. So at $300, you get access to all of their garbage. And for $800, you get access to all of their garbage at the exact same lengths with a little extra Life Trend money coins. But then you get something called lifetime membership to Link Me, which doesn't seem to be like a service anywhere on here. Oh, here it is. Never lose a link again. So you get access to a notepad to save your links. And then for $3,000, you get SoMe as well. I don't understand. The world is a social one, but it's hard to keep track of all of the different platforms. So what? You get a platform that tells you Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, and then you just click on those. So you get the access to bookmarks. I don't need, like, what does this mean? This is baffling, man. People are so dumb. Like, god damn.
But Emerge Gaming has, quote, no idea what the motivations of its 150,000 subscriber user base really are. Which is a direct result of their partnership with Crowd1 because its platform is used as an affiliate marketing scam to lure in vulnerable people and is quite literally damaging to their image as a publicly traded company.
True, I definitely thought less of them. 150,000 subscribers to it!
Scam. Emerge Gaming is also accused of not conducting their due diligence when they accepted over $8 million from Crowd1. And the list will go on and on.
Well, that's a good chunk of change. If you're gonna fuck your product, you might as well do it for $8 million. I'm going to create a service. Doesn't exist. I'm just gonna make a cute mascot, and I'm just gonna like stealth launch a service like a website somewhere, and just say, you know, like a subscription model, dumb tiers. And I'm just gonna see how many people just give money to something that just doesn't promise anything and just doesn't exist. I'm gonna fill the description, like make a real website filled with just buzzwords on buzzwords, but never actually say that there's going to be anything there, so I don't have to worry about fraud. It's literally just going to be a thing that people can put money into, and I'll just see how many people do it. Like, I cannot believe. Like, this one, Earth 2, okay, FOMO, right? People don't want to miss out, and Earth 2 promises, like, hey, if you buy this fucking tile on a grid, it might be worth something. You know, but this promises nothing. Absolutely nothing. and I'm on their Twitter right now. They say they have 1 million Migster subscribers, and I promise you that's a lie. And then there's one guy commented on this saying, this is amazing and unbelievable. He misspelled unbelievable. Crazy. I don't doubt 150,000 subscribers, though. I actually don't doubt it.
To go rapid
Just
fire
making me
because the
upset.
explanation would derail into an hour or more at least of links and affiliations.
It's believable because it's not a scam. I can't tell if that's sarcastic or not. Please, I need to hear... For the love of God, tell me you're making a sarcastic comment, Baskin. I'll wait. We need to sit you down and, like, take away your access to spending money. Everyone in chat is on Migster. You're behind. Fuck! I'd have to start streaming on Migster. Fuck! Yeah, what was I thinking?
There are individual statements about the exact moment that Crowd1 devalued their promotional currency and robbed nearly everyone who was affiliated with them of what they had been working for by aggressively
Holy
lobbying
shit.
their friends and family to join this scam, such as Tor Anders Petero, who is known in his home country as the Pyramid King, and how once that information was discovered by BBC Africa, it got cleansed.
Yeah, but this time it's different.
The internet.
This time he went
That man has
legit.
openly stated numerous times
This
that
is
he
real
looks
now.
for and accepts leads on
He's targeting
anyone trying to
gamers.
start
No one
a
betrays
multi-level
us.
marketing scheme. Planet IX hasn't actually launched yet. It hasn't sucked tens of millions of dollars out of the pockets of
Oh, but it
people
will.
sold on a dream that doesn't exist.
It
to enrich a
fucking
few
will.
criminals at the top of the pyramid. Actually, maybe it has. It is, after all, marketing to a user base in the tens of millions under the global network that is Crowd1. But it's still in a phase where some people might be susceptible, and it's beginning to ramp.
Oh no, Selfa. It's a wonderful thing being a member. No, oh, come on now.
An ultimate ending that isn't a total investor wipeout based on the methodology and business
I gotta
practices
hand it
of
to the
its
team,
parent
though.
company,
They've been
Crowd1.
pyramid
But when
scheming for
reality calls,
years.
it will be harsh.
And they keep
I wouldn't
doing
be
it
surprised
successfully.
At all if they take this particular video down or DMCA something or
One of the
send a
guys is
slap
literally
suit,
called the king
I
of
don't really
pyramid
care
schemes,
because
and he
it
still
needs to be
makes
said.
another one.
I
Just
see
fine.
it everywhere. Humanize it that if this entire thing falls apart, it's going to impact a lot of innocent people, not just the scammers who are stealing most of the money at the top. So it's a really complex problem.
That was good. I actually cannot believe this shit. Like, oh my god. I just don't understand. I don't get the perspective. Like, how does someone go to that website that I just showed you and read anything on there and be like, yep, probably safe? And if you do even a second of research and find out that the entire team behind it is known pyramid scam artists, like, I just don't know. Like, I just can't wrap my head around that thought process. Like we learned a couple weeks ago, most of the people who get scammed are, like, well-off, wealthier people. And I don't know how the fuck that happens. Maybe they don't read it. Then why put any money into it? Because, like, unlike a crypto where you could just, like, fucking go wild and put something into dog shit and get rug pulled or whatever, this is you're putting money into something that claims it's a streaming service or, like, an education platform. So wouldn't you at least want to see that? It's fucking crazy. Man, do I have some wacky news for you today. This is going to absolutely floor you with shock. It involves our beloved Darman. I'm sure all of you know Darman. He has his own little extended universe, the DMCU, the Darman Cinematic Universe. Even if you've never subjected yourself to the torture of watching a Darman video, I'm confident you've at least heard of them or seen them, because he pioneered an entire genre of telling the most basic stories and teaching the most basic lessons you learned as an 8-year-old. It was my guilty pleasure to watch them because I was so confused by their existence and their popularity. These things have like 50 million views sometimes. And it's literally things like, be nice, don't be mean, don't cheat, don't judge a book by its cover. Like, it feels like he's making these things as like this repository of human emotion to teach to aliens that are trying to study us. It's crazy. And what's crazier is how popular they were. And the titles, they legitimately were a massive smashing success that other channels have emulated. Things like Tall Girl Dumps Short Guy and Lives to Regret It, Man Cheats on Wife, Lives to Regret It, Employee Spits in Boss's Burrito, Lives to Regret It, or Kid tries to cheat on math test. What happens next is shocking. Woman works 3 jobs to put food on the table for her kids. What happens next is shocking. That kind of thing. Dhar Mann started that. And he's also the one who always says that they're not just telling stories, they're changing lives. But this week, a lot of allegations came out against Dhar Mann, and it seems like they're not just telling stories, they're changing the lives of their actors in a much worse way. According to a lot of beloved actors that I know and love, such as Steve, our boy Steve, I've made a lot of content around Dhar Mann, and Steve's been one of my favorites. He has corroborated a lot of these claims that they just don't get paid, like, at all. He says that the majority of the actors can't even afford rent when they're contracted by Dhar Mann Studios. So it's a pretty big deal.
Essentially, as an actor at Dhar Mann Studios, I am just a contract player. I have no employment there. I am just sort of called every now and then, as are all the other actors. And it just is not sustainable. One of the main issues is that not a single actor that works at Dhar Mann Studios can afford rent.
Hearing shit like that absolutely blows my mind because every single actor in the Dhar Mann cinematic universe has like 1,000 roles. Like Steve, his name's not Steve, but he'll always be Steve to me, damn it. His real name is Colin. Colin accounts for probably like 40% of total screen time in Dhar Mann's videos, and he's not getting paid enough to afford rent? That's outrageous. And I went into the comments because I wanted to see what people were saying about all of this, and usually when you go into the comments you expect to see some absolutely wild shit, like, Dhar Mann's a bad guy, he showed me his butthole in one of my dreams once. Or you'll find jokes like one of the top comments was, the PS5s changed Dhar Mann, which made me giggle. It's talking about Dhar Mann's obsession with giving away PS5s in the videos. But then one comment made an extremely good point that's pretty alarming to think about. A lot of the actors in Dhar Mann's videos are children, and if he's this comfortable exploiting industry veterans like Colin has been in Better Call Saul, had minor roles in other huge productions, he has been in the industry for a long time outside of the Dhar Mann Studios universe. If Dhar Mann's exploiting people like Colin and other adult actors with horrible pay, is he even paying the children at all, I have to wonder. Like, I can only imagine how messy that could potentially be. Like, does he just like, write clout into their contracts? Like, hey, Junior, I'm making my 48th video on not judging a book by its cover. I need you to play the principal role. I'll give you 1,000 exposure dollars. My YouTube channel has 17.8 million subs. This is going to be great for your Instagram and your TikTok, so just sign here. No, you're not getting pay. I mean, I can give you like some sticks of gum, but that's about it. It's very concerning because if all of these allegations are true, and every single actor I've seen in the Dhar Mann cinematic universe has come out corroborating each other, and they are out there protesting right now outside of Dhar Mann Studios, if all of those are true, it's very worrying to think about if he's also doing the same to the children actors in his content. Because those kids are not industry veterans, and their parents likely aren't familiar with the industry either. They might not know what fair pay is, or if there even is pay for the work. Like, there's just so much messiness to all of that that could potentially be going on if all of the allegations are true. One of his big lessons is what happens in the dark always comes to the light. And goddamn is Dhar Mann learning that one right now. I saw that comment across every TikTok ever referring to this situation. Like, Dhar Mann is getting dunked on with his own lessons. He even made a video kind of about this same thing, such as mean boss mistreating employees and lives to regret it. Dhar Mann is in that stage right now because all of his employees, well, I guess they're not technically employees, they're contractors. All of them are coming out to talk about how miserable it was when it comes to the pay, and Dhar Mann's complete refusal to even talk to them. He just dodges them at every possible opportunity, and apparently has even cultivated this culture where if you speak out against him, you get fired. So I'd like to go over all of these allegations with you and show you some of their TikToks and the protests that they're currently doing against Dhar Mann Studios. There's a ton of footage of their protest, and I recognize every single person in it. I also love the shirts some of them are wearing that says, "What happens next is shocking." That's just beautiful. So even though Dhar Mann appears to want to teach lessons of positivity to everyone else, it's rules for thee and not for me. According to pretty much every actor, they're all saying the same thing about his refusal to communicate, as well as his refusal to actually pay them like an actual good wage for their work, which is odd because he makes so much money off of the content. It's tens of millions. Because when Darman makes a video, not only does it blow up on YouTube, getting at least 10 million views pretty much, but it's kind of like Ouroboros constantly eating its own ass here, because he'll take that same video that he made for YouTube and repackage it on every other platform, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere, to farm even more views for this crazy cycle of just getting maximum absorbency of views from everywhere. That's a ton of money. But even aside from the money he's generating on the content itself, he was already an extremely successful and extremely wealthy businessman. He had a very successful cosmetics line, and I think even before Darman Studios blew up for him, he was worth right around $50 million. This is a guy that could easily afford to pay his actors well, and I would have expected him to do that, because I always got the impression that he was just like a genuinely good guy who just wanted to tell basic positive messages. But according to all the actors, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, which is extremely sad, and I feel terrible for all the actors in this situation, because it really did play out like a Darman video. Aspiring up-and-coming actors thought they had landed a great gig with a great guy. What happens next will shock you.
We are protesting why we are out there right now. We've been talking to a lot of actors. It's the same, everybody feels the same across the board. The trouble is, there's a culture at the studio of if you talk, you're out.
It seems the moral mastermind Darman is ruling his company with an iron fist of fear, where if people speak out against him, I guess they're fired, at least according to the actors. I'm only showing you Colin's statement here, but there are so many others. You can find all of it by just looking up the Darman protests. All of the main actors that you're used to seeing in Darman's videos have come out against him. And they're not being greedy, by the way. Like, all of them are just saying, we just want, like, moderately decent pay for the work. Like, all of them are proud of the work they've done with Darman. Colin concludes the video by talking about how much all of it has meant to him. But if they can't afford rent, there's a huge problem. They're not looking to be paid fucking 6 figures per production or anything. They're just looking for fair pay for the work that they've done and are continuing to do for you. And the least you can do is at least hear them out, go to a meeting. But Colin and all of the other actors talk about how Darman continuously avoids talking to them. He refuses to actually sit down and have a conversation. I'll let Colin explain that situation.
So we decided to come together as a group and talk collectively with our boss, Darman. We sent a letter to him, a hard copy and an email. The email was CC'd to the head of production as well, so that we made sure that Dar got it, but it was addressed to Dar. It was delivered to Dar. We were contacted, said we could have a meeting to discuss our issues. That meeting was pushed several times, changed on us. When we finally got to the meeting, we had reiterated that we wanted it to be with Dar. Dar was not there. Following a couple days, reiterating again, we would like to speak specifically with Dar. This is what the meeting is about. This is our boss. This is who we want to talk to. End of the week comes and goes. We learned Saturday there will not be a meeting.
Apparently Darman couldn't even be bothered to attend the meeting after pushing it several times and eventually just shutting that shit down entirely and putting the kibosh on it. He has so little respect for his talent that he refuses to even acknowledge them or hear them out or face them in person. He just hides behind emails and horrible pay, I suppose. At least according to all of the actors. This is pretty much all of them. I have yet to see any, like, defense of Darman, so we only have one side of the story. I'm very interested to hear his side of it, because this is an overwhelming amount coming out against him. And I really feel like what they're looking for is super reasonable. Talk to us. Like, that's the only reason the protest is happening right now. Like, the pay is obviously a huge problem, but the biggest issue is that he won't even talk to them to at least hear them out about the pay. So they don't even have that first step of getting the pay fixed, which is communication with the fucking guy who's decided their pay. So they just want to talk to him, but he won't let them. Which is why they're standing outside of the Darman Studios, ringing cowbells, blowing whistles, and letting everyone know how awful it's been. Like, it is just wild to me that Darman, the absolute moral authority, the mega mind of morals, is this much of an asshole, apparently. So yeah, anyway, that's about it. Just wanted to talk about all of this and let everyone know what's going on with it. Pretty interesting situation. Hoping for the best for the actors that aren't getting paid well here. Hopefully that gets resolved. That's about it. So yeah. The word fantastic is defined by Merriam-Webster as meaning excellent. It's used to express that something is really good, even great, like Tony the Tiger says. But this definition no longer holds any meaning in my eyes. When I see the word fantastic, forevermore I will now only think of the scam game company Fantastic, the absolute clowns responsible for the day before. It is a never-ending disaster. The rain won't stop falling, but it won't wash away the tears as players who have expected that this game to be good for over a year find out that they were the victims of a giant fucking scam. So Fantastic HQ posted their official statement today where they said this. They dropped this stinky bombshell. Today we announced the closure of Fantastic Studio. Unfortunately, the day before has failed financially and we lack the funds to continue. All income received is being used to pay off debts to our partners. The game has been out for 4 days and they're already throwing in the towel like, it's over. It's done. We've lost all of our money. It's kaput. And it is an absolutely revolting pile of garbage. But it's only been 4 days. I've never seen a studio give up this quickly. It really just seems like a convenient excuse to close up shop and run away and hide because of all of the shady business they'd been up to over the last year or so. But anyway, we invested all our efforts, resources, and man-hours into development of the day before, which was our first huge game. We really wanted to release new patches to reveal the full potential of the game, but unfortunately we don't have the funding to continue the work. It's important to note that we didn't take any money from the public during the development of the day before. There were no pre-orders or crowdfunding campaigns. We worked tirelessly for 5 years, pouring our blood, sweat, and tears into the game. At the moment, the future of Day Before and Prop Night is unknown, but the servers will remain operational. We apologize if we didn't meet your expectations. We did everything within our power, but unfortunately, we miscalculated our capabilities. Creating games is an incredibly challenging endeavor. We're grateful to everyone who supported us during these difficult years. It's been a fantastic journey over the past 8 years. And then they go through their resume there. So the reason they keep driving home the idea that, hey, we didn't take any money from anyone during the long time of misleading the public into what we were actually working on. We didn't take any money. Thus, we can't possibly be misconstrued as some kind of illegitimate business or a scam. But there's many other ways you scam people besides taking their money directly. Like, you did inadvertently end up taking people's money through false advertisement. You did technically scam them because you advertised an open world MMO game, you advertised so many things that aren't in the actual game you released, and so many players still thought that's what they were going to get with your package. So you did still take their money eventually, even though it wasn't crowdfunded in the beginning. You still ultimately did scam your audience. But anyway, I want to break down the whole situation around this studio as well as the day before, and also there's a little bit more that's going on here besides just the closure of their studio that I'd like to talk about. I'll get into all that in just a moment. First, I want to talk about Opera GX real quick. Big thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. Opera GX is the best browser available, period. I've talked about it many times, but it is the truth. Unlike other browsers, it's not a resource hog, so using Opera is never going to tank your performance or anything like that.
Don't get fucked by your RAM! Keep that shit under control!
Everything is super convenient with Opera because you can just have everything pretty much integrated directly into the browser, like your messaging apps, Discord, Facebook Messenger, Instagram. But there's also just so much you can do with it to customize it to your personal tastes, thanks to GX mods. You can create something entirely unique and original, or you can choose from some mods that already exist on Opera, like the Eric Andre mod.
Customize sounds, wallpaper, colors. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Another fun feature is the GX Corner, which can keep you up to date on upcoming video game release dates as well as the best deals around, so that way you can find the optimal spot to shop for the upcoming game. It's just so many fun features that Opera has. I highly recommend using Opera as your browser from this point forward. You can click the link in the description below to get started, and thanks again to Opera for sponsoring.
Get Opera GX!
Now, I'm just going to break down the basics of this if you haven't followed this story. It's something I've talked about for about a year now, and the game just came out, so it's being talked about again. I also just made a video on it. But the day before was Steam's most wish-listed game. It was a series of trailers that were advertising a product that never actually existed, and the developers, their studio, is called Fantastic. Thus, they're responsible for the most misleading marketing I've ever seen. That would be like me trying to market myself on Tinder as being 6'5". Like, you can't really tell in a lot of the photos, but eventually someone's going to find out that I'm not that tall. And that's exactly what happened with this game. Everything they were showcasing, this open world zombie game, never actually existed. So what happened is, what did release 4 days ago is this fucking mess, this wonky piece of shit that is unplayably bad. And it's clear that they never ever had that product they were showcasing for a year that people were so excited for. Now, I have a working game theory on what exactly led to all of this. I truly think Fntastic as a studio made all of these trailers to generate as much hype as possible to get like an audience hooked on their idea, their concept, to try and sell it to investors, to get a lot of investor backing behind it. So they go through this nefarious plot, they do get a ton of people excited for the day before, most wishlisted game on Steam and all that, but maybe no investors ever bid. Maybe they never received any investor backing, so then maybe they felt as though they were pressured at that point. They had their ass held to the fire. They have all of these people demanding a game that they don't have and they don't have the ability to make. And perhaps they were fearful of a potential lawsuit for what they were doing. So then they cobbled together this piece of shit in their colon and poop it out onto Steam 4 days ago, and the rest is history. It's bad. Everyone hates it because it's really, really bad. And now they feel as though they can comfortably wash their hands of this whole chapter of the book and walk away without being in like legal trouble or anything like that. That's what I think happened, because I have no other explanation for why they would make a fake trailer, make fake trailers for a game that they weren't actively making and never were actively making. It doesn't compute. If this was a Kickstarter thing, then I'd get it. Their whole plan was to scam people by getting a ton of money in this game they weren't making. Like, that happens all the time on Kickstarter. But here, they weren't making money throughout this process of, like, misleading people. So what the fuck was the point? I can't quite figure it out. So this is the best theory I have for it. Now, anyway, that's kind of the whole breakdown in a nutshell. Now, I definitely want to mention that the game is no longer available for purchase anymore, apparently. So everyone who's got the game has a rare gem on their hands, because you can't buy it anymore. They closed the studio and they closed access to the game, which makes sense because how could they keep the game open if the studio's not there? Where the fuck would the money go? It'd just go into like an endless void. But it seems as though the goal for this group of goofballs is now to erase the day before from the internet entirely. To wipe its presence, just poof into the night, vanish, so people could move on and forget, and they could all go to their next big scam project, perhaps, because that seems to be the direction that they're trying to go. And also, it's worth mentioning, when the day before released, they themselves posted this bullet point list of very odd things. This is just a really fishy thing that went up, and it immediately sounded some alarm bells for me. On stream, I even said to one of the players, well, I didn't say it to him, there was a player in my day before lobby who was like, man, I can't wait for the updates to really smooth out this game. I said that that's never happening. I knew this game was never going to be updated. Like I mentioned, this feels as though they put it out because they felt they absolutely had to, and they had no other choice but to produce something tangible. And now that they did, they run away and can pretend it never happened. And this bullet point list is the main thing that made me feel that way. So it's like, to our future player who will dive into the game on December 7th, we made this for you. So like almost a little victory lap, you know, it's a celebration together. We'll continue improving the game and adding content. That didn't age well. It didn't even make it a fucking week before they put her down, took it behind the barn. They then have a bunch of mumbo jumbo to the haters. To a person who didn't believe in us, we made this game for you too. We accept any kind of criticism and don't hold a grudge against you. Before we continue moving forward together, kindly allow us to note a few things. Please forgive us for not doing the best marketing and teasers. We learn something new and improve ourselves every single day. Jesus. you made teasers and marketing for something that never existed. And they also copied quite a bit of things from those as well. Please don't accuse us of scamming. That's not true. We didn't take a penny from anyone. Literally begging people to just stop calling them Scam Game, even though they are Scam Game Studio. Like, this is still a scam. Please don't accuse us of asset flip. That's not true also. Our team worked day and night for 5 years to make our dream game a reality, which is also not true because the actual fucking city map is an asset. They used assets. Like, I don't know why they're just blatantly lying about it. And then please don't underestimate our work. It wasn't easy. We are like you. We worked hard, and we're incredibly happy that our game will finally see the light of day for everyone to explore. Saw the light of day for 4 days. It didn't even make it long enough to learn how to crawl before you gave up on it. Well, it was always the plan to give up on it, clearly. I think that was designed from the beginning. They got a huge influx of cash. I think they had like a peak player count of like 30K. That's a lot of money. Like, that is actually a lot of money that they got up front for this fucking game, this pile of shit. So they did make a pretty penny off it and then bounce. They just said, we're out. The whole thing is so scummy. I think everybody knew this game wasn't going to get any real support from this team. I think all of us were surprised they even put something out to begin with. That was the biggest shocker about any of this, that they actually produced something, even though it was barely functional and absolutely horrid to play. The fact they made something was such a surprising twist. But yeah, everything else besides that is not surprising. Them closing immediately after this comes out, after getting some money from the gamers, that super expected. I didn't think it'd be 4 days. I thought they'd close it after like a month or so of hosing people down and maybe like drip feeding a couple of meaningless updates here and there, perhaps, like maybe. I didn't expect it to be this quick, but yeah. That's kind of the whole story here, and I feel like that's probably where the legend of the day before ends. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah. It's time we have an important discussion. It's something that I feel I need to publicly address. Stop trying to scam me. 5 days ago, I posted this video saying that I will give $25,000 to anyone who could find some videos I deleted from 2007 to 2010. As I mentioned, I believe it to be an impossible task, but on my Twitch streams, people convinced me that it might be possible, so I figured I'd make it a fun Lost Media challenge. Since posting that video, I have been inundated by low-effort scammers trying their best to deceive me. Like some real dog shit things like, Charlie, I'll double your Bitcoin and find your videos, just send the 25K first. You know, just like really dog shit garbage attempts to take the money from the challenge without doing any of the work. I started playing RuneScape in 2005. I have been scammed more times than a rich old lady who always answers a telemarketer's phone call. I have been used like a fucking fleshlight by scammers since I was a kid. I was baptized in the flames of scams. I understand scams, how to recognize them, and I'm not that gullible. I don't usually fall for scams anymore. However, the scammers are getting more creative and clever. I was almost fooled by one the other night, and I'll go over that in just a little bit. But first, let me just go ahead and talk a little bit about this Lost Media Challenge. I've received so many emails and messages from people saying that I owe them money because they found my first Gears of War sniper montage, a video that is currently still on my channel. People are literally just going to my channel and sorting by oldest and then saying I owe them money for finding those videos. You think I would pay $25,000 for someone to click 2 buttons on my channel? You think I haven't done that? Again, the challenge was finding the 500 or so videos I deleted from 2007 to 2010. And I'd mentioned I'd pay money per video that was found. And because of this, people have just been sending me random links to old videos that are still on YouTube. All people are doing is typing in the name Critical or Mabo Insano on YouTube and sorting by upload date and going backwards, and they're sending me links to things like my Torquebow Ricochet montage, my Gears of War 2 mini-tage, Bull Talk montage, videos that still exist on YouTube on other people's channels because I sent them there. I never deleted those videos, I sent them there because those were montage hubs back in the day, so obviously I know about them. Those were never lost videos. And what makes this pretty upsetting is in the initial video where I talked about this bounty, I even talked about that. I pulled up the Torquebow Ricochet montage saying, I know this is where people would immediately go to, you know, thinking that it's a lost video, but it isn't, and it makes it very clear that most people didn't watch the whole video or even watch half of it, because I even pulled up Gearsopedia content saying this is not lost videos, so please don't send it, and I have gotten hundreds upon hundreds of people sending me those videos and demanding that I pay them for that. It's fucking sickening. It is swamping up my ass real hard. Those aren't any deleted videos. You're not, you know, hacking into the mainframe and finding these by just searching Critical and going backwards on YouTube. It's like when I posted that video, I lobotomized all these investigators. Like, they just turned their brain off and scrambled to find anything to try and get money out of it. Obviously, I would have looked up Critical or Mabo Insano and sorted by upload date, or looked at old entries on other forums by Googling it. You can't find them like that, which is why I put such a high amount on being able to recover any of these videos. So please, stop just sending me links to YouTube videos that have been up for like 13, 14 years. I clearly know about them because they still show up when you search for them. Another thing people keep sending me is the archive.org dump, which has a lot of videos from my channel on it, and they're saying, look Charlie, I found all your old videos, so where's my money? But what they didn't even bother to do is looking at those titles to see if those videos are deleted. The answer is no, they're not. In that entire archive.org dump from my channel, all of those videos are still on my channel, except for a couple that got blocked from old copyright stuff. But they're not old videos. Those are like 2014 stuff that got blocked on that dump. So it's not what I was looking for, and no one even bothered to check, and they're still demanding money from me for it. So I just wanted to clear up all of that confusion quickly. All right? Like I said, it's not some easy lost media challenge. It would be something that would take tons and tons of work, and I don't even know if it'd even be possible, because like I said, YouTube can't recover them because this was before YouTube was bought by Google, so they don't have any archives of the deleted videos on their service anymore. So I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's even really possible. There's only been 2 people so far that have genuinely recovered some old content. One guy was able to find 10 seconds from an old glitch video that I posted, and then another guy was able to find an entire video that was deleted from another person's channel that had a commentary video of mine that I sent to them. From Pixel Enemy's channel, I made a guide for Star Wars Force Unleashed back in 2010, and that channel deleted it at some point along the way, and someone was able to actually recover it. So a bit later than what I was looking for, because it was never a video I posted or anything like that, but even still, that was extremely impressive, and one of the old, it is actually the only deleted video that has been recovered by someone so far. So yeah, I just wanted to do a PSA on that entire thing before showing you what I believe to be the most clever attempt at scamming me so far. This happened on stream a few nights ago. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/moistcritical. Please stop in, put a few extra inches on your penis. We have a lot of fun over there. I'm probably streaming right now, and I would love to see you there. So come on in and say hello to me right now. Twitch.tv/moistcritical. I'll put a link in the description. I see. This is a pretty good thumbnail. Halo 3 Dark Venom's Lone Wolf game. Let's see. No! Someone did it! No way! There's hope! Someone actually recovered one of the deleted videos. Let's fucking go. Is there audio? Hold on, I have it muted. No fucking way! Wait, how? Yeah, send me either an email or a DM or something. And tell me what kind of work went into this. I'm pretty optimistic now. That's fucking big. So this was one that I deleted, like genuine, this was not uploaded anywhere else. At least not that I'd ever found. It wasn't on archive way back. No random channel, nothing. This was a fully deleted in the void video. So Mabo Insano Hunter, make sure to DM me or email me. Which one? Who put that in the chat? Let me see. And I need to make sure you're like the actual one that did this and didn't just take someone else's work. But yeah, I'll pay for this one. It's 25 grand for the entire bounty, like if you find every single one of them, but I'll go video by video. But I want to know what kind of work went into this. How are you sure this is your video? Because I absolutely remember this. This is the right map. This is the right song. It's the right length. I never went above like 4 minutes. Also back then, you couldn't go above 9 minutes. 9 minutes was the limit, so I kept everything super short. Let me see. Let me see if they show the Dark Venom name. Because maybe you're right. Maybe they did just somehow... It'd take a lot of knowledge to be able to recreate it like this, though. Oh, you might be right. I don't see Dark Venom there. Oh, fuck, you might be right. But how? How would they... Wait, this is very deep now. Everything about this was right, but there is no Dark Venom here. As far as I remember, he didn't have another gamer tag. Because you mentioned the song in your YouTube Bounty Hunter video. That is true, I did mention the song, but I never mentioned the map. I don't think. I don't think I ever mentioned the map. I can't really rely on like my memories of how the match looked, because that's not very reliable. Yeah, you're right. Ashy360 did post it first. Huh. That is very odd. There is no Dark Venom here. Thank you, Twitch chat, for looking out. So Ashy was first, for sure. Comment your name down here or your email or something so I can get in touch. They could have found the map on one of the stills from your video. True. That's true. I also, but this again, I can't really rely too much on like my memory of the game itself. I don't think he even won the game. From what I recall, I don't remember him winning. I just remember him dropping a decent amount of kills because like I said, we weren't good. We were never good. So him just doing well was like crazy to us. If you Google Lil John Paul 11, the guy's original channel pops up. Okay, let me see. The murder of John Paul I. That turned up nothing. You were right. That changed everything. I don't know what to believe, man. This has gotten very complicated. That means it's not recreated. That again, that's why I'm saying it's very interesting. But if this was the Dark Venom game and he was like this is all genuine, his name wasn't John Paul. His name was Nelson. Not to throw the guy under, but I have good memory. I remember Dark Venom's name. His real name was Nelson. It wasn't John Paul. So I don't know why I'd have a Lil John Paul name. And I don't think he ever had another one because I only ever played with him as Dark Venom. And I'm pretty sure when I posted this, this was the title. He got the title right. He's missing an A. It was Dark with 2 A's, but this is it. This is what I titled it. I'm pretty sure he was Dark Venom in that video. I don't recall him being on the Lil John Paul account. What this also could be is someone just found an old gameplay free-for-all on this map and then set it to the song that I used back in the day, since I did mention the song. So they could have found this footage, but it's also not on this channel. So who would have posted this? One of these fucking milk-drinking children that didn't even drop 5 kills? Yeah, it is fake. There's a video by Perplexian Films. So this video is a video from Perplexian Films? Or is this just your channel now? You're right! Those goddamn ruffians! They tried to fake it. Nice. Chat. How did you find this? Actual fucking galaxy brain. That's low. That's pretty goddamn low. Thank you, chat. Huge. You can fool me. Well, I wasn't totally convinced either. I was the one that noticed the name, just saying. But you can't fool Twitch chat. How the fuck did you find this? So they took his video, pixelated it a little. Well, actually, they didn't even really need to drop the quality because it was a 2010 video. And they just put the song to it. Fucked up, man. That's fucked up. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I don't think anyone will ever be able to recover those old videos. That's even more so scummy for the money aspect, but also just it's so immoral. You know how badly I want these videos back? To play with me like that? Ugh. You found it because Lil Jon is subbed to him. We have like real detectives in here. Thanks to give some Spider in the Prime Horny. I wonder if I did contact them, what they would have said for how they recovered the video. Just fucking techno mumbo jumbo, just a bunch of jargon that doesn't make any sense. I tapped into the flux capacitors, vibrated at the correct kilojoules, recovered it from the ether. Damn, man, I got so fucking excited. Have any of you heard of this? Mellow Mint? I'm curious. Overwhelmingly, no. And one guy who's lying saying yes. I saw this yesterday. And it is one of the most fascinating projects I've ever seen. So I want to take you on a little journey through this project here. So it's basically nothing, but it's nothing that they're selling for $107,000 for access to a music playlist. We'll go through all of the mumbo jumbo at the top in a moment, but just take a peek at this. $107,000 for the quintessential playlist, the creme de la creme of music. 71% is dominated by the soul-penetrating melodies of the Balkans. By purchasing this, you're not only securing 2,645 songs carefully curated to move your soul, but you're also casting a vote and joining Mellowment in a global musical revolution by supporting our audacious vision. Immerse yourself in this unforgettable audio journey and join us on the path to reshaping the world for the better. So this isn't even music they make. This is just 2,645 tracks they pulled into Spotify, basically, and they're charging you $107,000 for access to it. Which is fascinating. And apparently their mission is to change the world by giving you access to music they deem to be high quality, which of course means nothing. It's just whatever this guy liked. So if we go back to the top here of what Mellowment is, I need to give you guys a look into pure lunacy. Because it's just a bunch of buzzwords that they had ChatGPT spit out for them. Once upon a time in the kaleidoscopic landscape of the music universe, an innovative entity was born, Mellowment. It wasn't just a brand, but a vision. A new dawn that promised to reduce human suffering worldwide using the power of music. The mastermind behind Mellowment had a grand design, a plan so ambitious and beautiful that it was destined to unite people across the world. The guy speaks like he's in a fucking anime. Like, this is just the most egregious scam ever. Like, this actually seems like one of those Reddit posts from back during the, like, I am euphoric, not in this moment because of some phony god, but I'm enlightened by my own intelligence or whatever. It has that energy, but in 2023. Let's say that an influential icon, a trendsetter with a powerful voice, made an unexpected purchase. They invest into the most exclusive music playlist ever to be curated. An audacious act, sure to pique curiosity among fans. It wouldn't, though. If anyone bought this, you'd just be ridiculed, rightfully, and bullied, rightfully, for doing so. I don't know, that sounds like a good deal. Well, it is the most exclusive music playlist ever to be curated, so maybe I'll hear the 2,645 tracks and I'll get taller, I'll be happier, my beard will be fuller. It's all possible. The way he speaks about this makes it sound like it's a goddamn panacea to all the world's ailments. A story unravels as the world tunes into the influencer's content, mesmerized by the unique symphony of sounds found in the Mellowment playlist. Excitement builds. The rhythm of Mellowment hypnotizes the masses, launching a viral movement of unity, a symphony of shared experience. Like, I can already just hear their pinky out as they're typing this. As the echoes of Mellowment reverberate, our vision broadens. Unexpected, but very much needed musical collaborations start to happen on the global plane. We turn the volume up on our philanthropic efforts, launching our charity initiative. Music is our tool, and with it, we will orchestrate change. And it's not even their music. Like, if this was a band doing this, I wouldn't even care as much. I'd be like, you know what? This is a fun way of marketing your music. This is just one fucking goofball goober with stained undies that just took 2,600 songs he liked on Spotify and put them into a playlist. That's it. That's it. It's crazy. Why is this not illegal? Because well, good question, actually. I was going to say because you're getting exactly what you pay for, but he's promising that this music is somehow going to change the world, basically. So, I mean, that is very fraudulent. I don't know. It's criminally delusional. He should be locked up because this man belongs in Arkham Asylum with this shit. Our melody doesn't stop there. The world becomes our dance floor as we host immersive Mellowment branded parties worldwide. These events are symphonies of togetherness and celebration, amplified by the unique rhythm of our music. The world unites under the Mellowment banner celebrating life. The one world government becomes Mellowment. Everything rolls under Mellowment's umbrella thanks to this carefully curated musical playlist. If someone's dumb enough to pay for it and fall for it, that's on them. Oh, true. That is 100% on them. Meanwhile, Mellowment evolves into a stage for undiscovered talent. We cast the spotlight on the fresh, raw voices of budding artists and producers, giving their creativity a platform. Melamint becomes not just a brand, but a cultural phenomenon. It brings a revolution, a shift in the very way we consume, create, and celebrate music. What shift? Other than having a $100,000 entry fee. That's the only change. You have a music playlist. Those have existed for 30 years. This isn't just an ambitious plan. It's a call to action for anyone who loves music, unity, and making a difference. With Melamint, every beat is a step closer to a world where music is the true universal language of unity. By investing in this vision, you become a part of the symphony, an architect of this global phenomenon. They're using Unity more often than the fucking game engine itself uses it. That word has lost all meaning for me right now. Like, I'm already forgetting that it's a real word. I think there's a 0% chance the guy behind this actually believes this, though. It's just all designated to try and get one big whale on board. The Melamint goals for 2023-2024: making the world a better place through music one song at a time. What an incredibly difficult goal. How are you going to accomplish that in the next couple of months for 2023, or even in 2024? And how are you going to measure whether or not the world's a better place and whether or not it's because of your music playlist? Charity fundraiser launch, never happening. This just goes right into his little piggy bank. Celebrating life with Melamint branded parties worldwide, again, never happening. No one would go unless you paid them to go, which you're not going to do. Showcasing and helping careers of fresh producers, talent and artists, connecting artists and producers worldwide and inspiring collaborations. Lil Pump, 6ix9ine, Future, Travis Scott making a track on Jewel, Marseille, Murad type beat. EU beats in the following text. I'm sure they'd love to collaborate for Melamint. I bet they'd love to hop on that together. Lil Pump, 6ix9ine, Future, Travis Scott, vibing to Balkan music. They love Balkan music here. That was one of their big selling points for the $100,000 package. And who's to say they're not already vibing to Balkan music? US rappers collabing with EU artists on EU beats. Trap beats are boring. Well, I was just about to buy it too, and now you've insulted my tastes. I'll take my business to the other $100,000 playlists. Scoundrel. If I only knew I had 170 days left to live out my life, this is definitely where I would spend my money. If you're dying, you don't want to die without listening to this playlist, so put your money where your mouth is. The Quintessential Playlist is a handcrafted masterpiece carefully curated over decades and passionately fashioned from thousands of albums and tracks. It is an extravagant marvel in the world of music. This exclusive collection is nothing less than the culmination of a lifetime devoted to exploration and adoration of good music, an enduring testament to the transformative power of rhythm and lyrics. Who dictates whether or not it's good? Just this one weirdo's tastes? Probably not a single #1 hit on that playlist. Oh, absolutely not. You think he would besmirch the handcrafted beauty of this playlist with a Billboard topping song? Disgusting. No. This is for real music, such as the sound of 3 trash cans being banged together. Oh, yes. Just even thinking about that starting to change the world for me. Venturing far beyond the realm of the ordinary, the Quintessential Playlist is a result of countless hours, days, and years spent delving truly deep into the global music vault. Every song is handpicked meeting the toughest criteria, every track polished to perfection, every melody carrying its own unique story. This prodigious compilation is a comprehensive reflection of the world's best musical landscape, the musical brilliance of countless artists, the raw emotion encapsulated in their creations, all harmoniously compiled into 250 hours of exquisite musical experience. Brother, what are you talking about? At the very bottom of this, it says that it's 143 hours. You're lying. This says right here, in plain, ordinary English, 2,645 tracks equate to 143 hours of listening time. Where's the 250 coming from here? Are you lying? Are you telling me a lie? Oh my god. How am I supposed to trust them now with my money? But yeah, I saw this project yesterday and I was just blown away by just how shameless it is. With a quintessential playlist, you don't just listen. You connect to the world and reaching a global audience. It's about bridging the gap between continents, cultures, and individuals, about resonating with the collective heartbeat of humanity. Experience the influence, the reach, the significance, the quintessential playlist. If there's no The Gentlemen on it, then this whole playlist is worthless. And here's the party they're talking about that's never going to be thrown. I actually feel like this is made by the guy who made Fyre Fest, and I already forgot that fucking goofball's name. But it's basically just like the same thing. You're buying a ticket to the once-in-a-lifetime event that mirrors the vibrancy and energy of the music it celebrates. It's just a blatant scam. That image was generated by AI, was it? Oh yeah, it was. The hands are fucked up. This actually is just an AI image. Cute. Well, I mean, he's not saying the party's been thrown yet. It's just, it's coming. And this is them showing you that. Oh! I never even scrolled down this far. There's a $35 taste test. Not ready to commit? No worries at all. The taste test will change your mind. Dip your toes into the boundless ocean of music with our sample offering. A finely curated selection of 17 extraordinary tracks gives you a small yet immersive glimpse into the Mellow Mint universe. Soul-stirring heart of Balkan tunes, electric energy of European rap pop, and an intoxicating whisper of sultry reggaeton. If you pay $35 for a fucking playlist, you deserve to go to jail. Straight up. And if you pay $107,000 for access to a playlist, you deserve to go to hell. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This is tragic. Very cool, though. That's the Mellow Mint difference. We might start seeing a subtle change in the world for the better, and we'll know who to thank for it. But he's delivering on everything he promised. It's most certainly life-changing being $107,000 in debt. Oh, this, I would not have expected this. Here, the first thing that comes up when you go to the Mellow Mint Twitter is this tweet. The carbon emissions and global warming agenda is a globalistic construct. The climate is a dynamic system and there's so much to it. The Earth naturally cycles between hot and cold periods, which have been documented. It immediately goes into, like, this is all a globalistic agenda. When it's all about, listen to the Balkan music for $107,000, we're changing the world, unity, this and that. Very interesting. Yeah, I talked about this a couple days ago. So when I watched the Speed stream, I got to see most of it as it unfolded. It was so wild. So Speed recently did an entire stream dedicated to shilling a crypto called Paradox Metaverse. It's embarrassing. The whole stream was a disaster. So it started with a PS5 giveaway. So you see all the PS5s behind them, and the whole thing with the giveaway is, you know, give it to the chat. Thanks for supporting Paradox Metaverse to the moon. And Speed would take out a sledgehammer and break the PS5s, which I think is terrible. I think it's a fat L. There's few things as corny as this, just breaking expensive things that people really want, especially in this context where it's kind of just spitting in the face of his fans who thought they had a chance at winning some PS5s. I sent it all to CoffeeZilla right before, going live, so a couple hours before, and CoffeeZilla started researching it, and he made this video, he did the interview. It has been so entertaining to see, so now I'm excited to watch the video. I did see that he shouted me out in the comments here for tipping him off, and I got butterflies in my stomach. To be to something like this before CoffeeZilla is crazy. So, happy to help. I also did a ton of research on it. I went deep into the weeds. One of the people behind the crypto scam is a YouTuber named Money Kicks, whose dad is worth like $2.1 billion. So, I mean, it has so many layers. It's such an interesting little rabbit hole.
Advertising 10x to 100x, is that a get-rich-quick scheme? Yes or no?
No.
He did them so much credit there because talking to them was like hitting your head against a wall. So he'd ask them a point-blank question, and they do the standard circular talk around it forever. And no matter how many times Coffee would be like, yes or no, they'd still just go into their spiel about shit that is completely irrelevant to whatever they're saying. It was frustrating, but still overall entertaining.
Who couldn't play soccer and was wearing a Buy Paradox Crypto Coin t-shirt. And it quickly
So
got worse.
good.
The live chat started calling Paradox Coin a scam in the middle of this sponsored
So I looked into this a little bit. This guy has made an entire career off looking like Cristiano Ronaldo. So he was in another YouTuber's video from a few years back called the Cristiano Ronaldo prank, and they just walked him around with security and got people's reactions.
a Buy Paradox Crypto Coin t-shirt. And it quickly got worse. The live chat started calling Paradox Coin a scam in the middle of this sponsored stream and called IShowSpeed a sellout, which caused him to get very angry.
The fact y'all ever make like Chad, the fact that y'all y'all just thinking me like that is just crazy. I hate that, bro. Y'all so weird, bro.
It's crazy.
He also tried to guilt trip the fans because there was a lot of donos coming through like that were like, "This is a scam, Speed. You have to know this is a scam," and be like, "Why? Why are you guys saying that? You're hurting my feelings. The fact you think of me like that makes me really upset, and you know I would never do that to you guys. It's just you're making me really sad right now. Just guilt tripping them." He's like, "I just want to see W's in the chat. No more L's. No more of that. Just W's in the chat. Only mods. Only W's." It was fucking embarrassing. Shameless. Now, yeah, it is important to remember Speed himself is a kid. He is 17, and people keep using that as an excuse. And I think to some level, that's fine, because he should have people around him that are able to sniff out scams like this. But Speed also clearly knew what he was doing. The audio in here that leaked because he didn't mute all of the mics so it got picked up pretty much confirms that he knew this was kind of shady shit to begin with. He is not 19. He says he's 19. He is 17. He was born in 2005. He is a minor. He is a kid. It is a meme that he says he's 19. We double-checked last night. He is born in 2005. He's 17. But his team around him is clearly not actually looking out for him, for allowing him to do shit like this and be used. I'd like to come in here and further clarify that I'm not saying everything that happened is excusable because he's a kid. He still, of course, bears the responsibility and at the end of the day has the final say in what he does and what he promotes. So he should be doing at least the bare minimum to have an understanding of what's going on and what he's actually promoting. Because even during the stream, he couldn't even remember the name of the company like twice. Which, of course, made the chat turn against him, saying things like sellout and I show scammer. So I do absolutely think that he needs to pay more attention to this kind of shit. And he also needs people around him on his team that are old enough to rent a car and actually have experience in life that can look at things like this, go through it, and then decide if it's legitimate or not, and then relay that information to him. Because right now, it doesn't seem like he has that team. From the look of things, he's got a bunch of people around him that just care about money, like Mr. Krabs here. So it leads to absolute catastrophes like this. And I do think that at the end of the day, Speed did get used here. He was exploited by this shady, shitty crypto company to shill their dog shit. But that doesn't mean that Speed is blameless in this situation here, even though he is a kid.
And that is the fact that all these teenagers and kids called this guy out. I mean, just think about it. The target of most crypto scams is gullible people. And who's more gullible than kids and teenagers? So when those people see right through your scam...
You know who's more gullible than kids and teenagers is adults who think they're early. I would wager the most gullible people on the planet are like the mid-20s people on the cusp of what they think is new technology or anything that will make them money. I think those are the most gullible people. You see that all the time from the crypto community. Hey, can someone recover my NFTs? I clicked on a link in my emails talking about minting new boof tokens. And now all of a sudden my whole NFT collection's gone. I think I got fished. Any help? Like, you never hear the end of that shit. I think they are much more gullible than kids. 100%.
The only problem is, he forgot to fully mute the mic.
So what do I do now? Oh, they're spending LCM. Yeah,
Now, before we get to the rest of this audio of Speed exposing the scam, let's talk about Paradox Coin, the thing he's promoting. How do we know this is a scam anyways? Well, I checked out their website to learn more, where they call themselves the future of gaming.
To answer that question, how do we know this is a scam in the first place? I think every crypto project should be guilty until proven innocent. If any crypto startup comes around, you should assume it's a scam until they prove otherwise. That is the safest way of navigating the crypto space.
Is that they're not one thing. The Paradox Metaverse is actually 7 things, each one possibly dumber than the last. And I'm going to explain them. So first up is the Paradox game, which has graphics out of the PS2 era, which made me wonder why they'd be giving away PS5 and trying to make your games look worse by comparison. But it gets even crazier because I spoke to the founders and they called their game AAA quality. And I took issue with
It's pretty close. It is actually, this is up there with like the new Saints Row, Crackdown 3 maybe? Like it's not far off. Also, from what I was reading, they used a lot of stock assets. So and I don't know this for sure because I'm not familiar with all the stock assets available, but that would mean that they're not even like actually building it ground up or anything like that, or even trying. They're just asset flipping like the shit we play on Steam Bad Game Night. I'm not 100% sure on that though. I was just reading about it.
When you describe yourself as an indie game.
I don't want to interrupt you, but just give me.
You are interrupting me. Of course you are. You don't call yourself an indie game.
That shit got dank quick. Yeah, that's a lot of what happened in the live stream. They just immediately just start flooding like a Xbox Live party chat. Whenever he's trying to like call out something, they immediately just flood. So much. It's like a wall of noise.
A UK-based indie gaming studio. Indie studio.
So yeah, I'm not buying this AAA.
Comments are turned off on that video, by the way. Nothing shows confidence in a project quite like turning off the feedback on the announcement in the trailer.
And once you do that, you have to wait 24 hours before starting another mission. I guess if you do that full time, they estimate you make $500 a week based on 4 hours a day of playing. Wait, I thought...
God, I love that. So the whole thing tries to prey on people like play to earn is the term. So you play our game and you earn money. So like, yeah, you'll come in, you'll, you know, invest or whatever, but you're earning money through playing this game and doing our missions with our Paracoins. But it's all just worthless nonsense dog shit. It's not real.
Playing. Wait, you can rent out your avatar to someone else for Paracoins and passive income. Okay, so now you have Paracoins, right? What are you going to do with them? Well, you can sell them, but why sell them when you can lock them up and stake them? Forget this, even more Paracoins. If you do this, your Paracoins turn into P-Save, which then you lock up for a period. Sorry. The longer you lock up your money, the more you earn in a process they call delay and get paid. Sure, I guess.
Fuck?
Now, if you want to understand how this entire staking process works, their flowchart.
That's a head scratcher.
Even more confused. Here it is, and instead of explaining it, I'm going to label all of this Ponzi nonsense. This.
Well, let's not write it off too quickly. Let me take a peek here at the old flowchart. Staking process. Para used for P-Save. Para distributed. Para used in purchase for the staking protocol. Staking pool, which goes into the initial stake withdrawing from pool and getting rewarded with Paracoins. And now your stake is complete. Easy. But now staking pool and the funds dip below 50. A conditional mint comes in. And then... What the fuck? It's all simple, honestly.
There's 7 more. So if you're not a gamer, they also give you other schemes you can get involved in. For example, there's the Paradox DAO, where you can stake PDAO coins to earn up to 10% a year in returns. And if that's not your thing, you can try the Paradox Pad, where they promise
so many options
to 100x multiples if you invest. Okay.
They made a bet here with CoffeeZilla, where they said they would change their name to CoffeeZilla if Paradox Meta didn't open to 20 to 30 bucks, and it opened to 10 cents. Here. So they didn't even get the full pump and dump. So this is where that bad girl kicked off. And here's their bet.
I'll make this deal with you right here, right now. I'll make this deal with you right here, right now.
Okay.
If our coin launches and it doesn't do a minimum 20 to 30 or... I will change my name to Coffee. Fucking, I don't even know what your channel's called. What's the channel called?
Tip? Something? I don't know.
CoffeeZilla, CoffeeZilla.
CoffeeZilla. I will change my name to CoffeeZilla. I'll make this.
Unfortunately, he didn't do it. He didn't change his fucking name. I haven't checked today though. Maybe it did hit $20. Let's take a peek. It's now at 9 cents. I can't believe it. What? Man, I can't believe it didn't go to $20 or $30. Crazy. Criminal, even. Is nobody playing their game at the moment? It's the goddamn World of Warcraft killer on those battlegrounds.
Up to 20% on staking rewards, all right? Now, if all of that sounds dumb, you can even get your friends to invest too. Every person you get gets £5. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Now, the last one we're gonna cover is Paradox Events, which to realize is a waste of money.
This is the only way to get rich in 2022 without starting up a business from scratch. For every person that you refer to Amiotalia University, you get £15.
Now, I confronted...
God, I hate that so fucking much. That it's one of my biggest gripes, those guru programs. And people, for some reason, buy in and then fight tooth and nail for them. You just train your own little warriors, your own little cult.
No, I think saying that this is the only way you're going to get rich is wrong.
People don't get rich on affiliate programs?
No, people don't make a living. It's not the
only,
you say I found the only way to get rich.
But also no. I would be so curious if there is anyone that has ever got rich from affiliate programs. I would be shocked. Like, not obviously at the top level, affiliate programs are great for the gurus. They make millions. I'm talking like a normal, just random person. Yes, I am a career affiliate promoter. I bring people to this goober's university for money. And now I own 5 Ferraris in this garage.
I'm doing a bit of businesses. We've done, alhamdulillah, we've done all right. Very good. Now we're just celebrating life in the sense,
life is step by step, you know. Thank
100%,
God,
100%.
Wait, how's Money Kicks talking about life is step by step?
You don't understand,
What was your step one? Being the son of a billionaire? What?
You don't get it. You just don't get
it. Like at that point, is he just talking to people like, "Hey, have you tried step 1 yet?" Now, this is the whole crew.
Yeah, he was just again born rich. Dad's a billionaire. Yeah, the video he's showing is this one as well. So Money Kicks posted this right before the speed stream. Oh my god, he took it down. Okay, unlucky. Okay, I guess I should have saved it. It was spending a day with a crypto billionaire and I show speed. That was the clip that he got it from. But it was a rough video. It was rough.
So that's just what it sounds like to me, and apparently to a lot of children and teenagers. So I think it's probably gonna flop. But now that you understand what Paradox is, it's time to go back to IShowSpeed, trying to keep his chat from figuring out what's going on.
All right, so look, it's cool now. Relax. Yo, relax. Why listen to the chat? You see no more scams. The microphone. I know. I'm just trying to make. No. Bro, you know what I'm doing, bro.
Oof.
I'm not gonna say that, but then it's gonna be obvious, bro.
Yeah, I think it's a little too late for that.
Stop spamming. I'm not a scammer, bro. Why do you keep spamming? Bro, I'm not a scammer, dog. I made a little mistake, you know, that I wish I never did, but I'm not a scammer, bro.
Now, at the very least, Speed apologized in the very next stream and looks like he cut ties with everything. So, this was pre-sale. They didn't go live on that day, I don't think. I think they went live yesterday. So, hopefully, no one in his audience lost any money on it. But what an absolutely reputational nuke he took there. Fucking bit a fat L, unfortunately. No one decided to do any level of thinking about that partnership there. But yeah, this Ronaldo impersonator moment was so special. It was so fucking good. But they bring in the Ronaldo impersonator, play it off like the real Ronaldo, so they hyped it up for a long time. They're like, if we get enough Paradox Metaverse to the moon in the chat, we'll bring out something special. Go follow the Twitter, here's the Twitter, go follow it. And they got 2,000 followers. They're like, oh, fuck. That just unlocked it. Turn around, Speed. Close your eyes. We got a special surprise for you. Guess in the chat who it's going to be. And then Paradox Metaverse to the moon. and they bring out fake Ronaldo. They bring out Chris Orlando here, and they all play it off like it's the real Ronaldo. And almost immediately in the chat, people are like, what the fuck? That's not Ronaldo. It was quite an obvious joke. Not to everybody, though. In fact, if you go on Twitter right now, Speed posted a picture with the impersonator. There are still so many of his fans that think he met the real Ronaldo, and they were reflecting on this stream, and like, it was great to see Ronaldo socialize with you like that, and he knows who you are because he did one of Speed's things. They're like, holy shit, Ronaldo actually knows who you are. So there are a lot of them that really believed it was the real deal. They were trolling. You like to think that, but I just don't believe it. You have to remember, a lot of his audience is kids as well. It's of course important to mention that during the stream they do eventually drop it and reveal it's not the real Ronaldo, it's an impersonator. It's not Cristiano Ronaldo, it's Christopher Rowland. But I think a lot of the kids only focused on the part that went viral, which was Speed's reaction to meeting Ronaldo, where he's yelling and screaming and shit and hugging him. So a lot of them still, to this day, believe that he actually has met Ronaldo because of this moment. Why did he destroy the PS5s? He thought it'd be comedic? I don't know. That was bad. Like, even before all the crypto shit started, they led with the PS5 stuff and he was breaking it and immediately turned chat against him. I don't know why you'd ever do that. I hate that shit. That was a trend back in like 2009 or whatever, whenever the PS3 came out. Going to GameStop, midnight release for PS3 and breaking it. And it was always so fucking douchey. And it is still douchey to this day. Why? I don't know, man. They must have thought that it was a good joke. I don't watch a ton of Speed streams, I'll be the first to admit. I am familiar with him to some level, but it's just not my cup of tea. I'm sure most of you know I'm not really big into the really loud equals entertaining stuff, and that's mainly his brand, so it's just not for me. So I don't know what the breaking PS5s was for. Maybe because it makes a loud noise, or it's destructive, shocking. I don't know. The fake Ronaldo came out on TikTok and said they specifically asked him not to say a word or they wouldn't pay him. This isn't what I was talking about.
What are you? Like, are you like Ronaldo brother? Like, chat, who is this guy?
And the resub Fuzzy and Abby and Phony. Yep, that's that whole situation. Pretty wacky stuff. Who is the biggest joke in all of sports? Some people might argue the Washington Generals, which is the team that the Harlem Globetrotters always play against. They travel together and the Harlem Globetrotters always win against them, because the Generals are just there to have fun with the Globetrotters in order to make a spectacle out of the whole thing. They're kind of designed to lose. But they're not the biggest joke in sports. That honor belongs to one man in particular. His name is Dillon Danis. This goofball is someone you might have heard of because he's that coward that started a lot of shit with KSI, and then the second that it reached the fuck around and find out moment, like a week before they were actually supposed to fight, Dillon Danis backs out and weasels his way out of it, coming up with all kinds of pathetic little excuses, and then still tries to act tough. He's a washed up fighter who all he does now is just shit talk and then promotes scams on Twitter. People have more respect for the flies that hover around public porta potties at a fucking music festival than they do this man and his career. And yet somehow he finds a way to sink even lower. He was recently the primary clown in CoffeeZilla's newest video, where he got used like a fleshlight by CoffeeZilla in order to prove a point that Dillon Danis will promote absolutely anything at all as long as you pay him. And it turns out you don't even really have to pay him that much, all things considered. Just giving him a pack of cigarettes will get you like a 24-hour tweet promoting whatever vile scam you want. Like, it's actually pretty wild. So CoffeeZilla's video exposes at least 20 scams that he's done in his past, as well as convincing him to do yet another one, hop back in the saddle, get ready for the rodeo, and engage in another scam tweet that CoffeeZilla cooked up with a completely fake crypto project. And he wanted to see how much does Dillon charge, and does he do any amount of research at all into the things that he proudly posts on his Twitter. I know Dillon Danis can't even spell research, so the answer isn't shocking. It's a no. He didn't bother looking into what CoffeeZilla was paying him to promote at all, because if he did, if he spent even 3 seconds, or even just like an iota of a thought given to the project, he would have immediately realized that it's not real and it is a scam that he's about to post proudly on his Twitter. Because CoffeeZilla laid it all out in front of him. And it's not even like it was hidden in plain sight or anything. He literally spelled it out, word for word. In a contract he sent to Dillon Danis, it even says that it's not real and you're going to be the butt of a joke. It was literally, it was just there in the contract, and it wasn't even a long contract like buried in fine print. It was like a core piece of the contract that just says, this is basically a fucking scam, and Dillon still signed it. It's baffling. So, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm just trying to give a general breakdown of the situation. Of course, the full CoffeeZilla video is going to be linked in the description. It's fucking beautiful, per usual. I'm just going to show you some clips from it. But one other thing I want to point out is the reason CoffeeZilla went after Dillon Danis is because Dillon made a whole song and dance, a big hoopla about how bad he feels for everyone that got scammed by Logan Paul's CryptoZoo. And that's what tipped everyone off to how many scams he himself has done, which led to this investigation in this video by CoffeeZilla, Oompaville, and ZachXBT. And it's a fucking amazing ride. It really is.
Dillon Danis is an MMA fighter famous for 2 things: cage fighting and not fighting KSI.
True.
But on December 23rd, he decided to be famous.
Also, apparently, I didn't know this until recently. He's not even famous for actually fighting. He's famous for just being a guy that, like, kind of rides Conor McGregor's dick. What's his actual fighting record? Because I said the same thing. I'm like, yeah, he actually fights. But his actual MMA record is 2-0. He has fought 2 times. Once in 2018 and once in 2019. Look at this shit. So he's not really a fighter. he's fought twice. Like, his whole claim to fame is, yeah, I'm a fucking stupid asshole. And that's it. And he won't even fight a YouTuber. 100% win rate, that is true. He is undefeated. But then again, so am I in MMA, to be fair. I am also undefeated. It's kind of meaningless when you don't have a whole lot of fights under your belt.
Calling out the scammers. He writes in a tweet, damn, Logan Paul is a scumbag. Feel bad for everyone he scammed. Now, of
Thanks,
course,
Dillon.
No one's going to really disagree with this, so the likes rolled in. But what Dillon doesn't tell you is he also has a history of scamming people on Twitter. And what Dillon didn't know is that there was a detective watching him. That detective was not me, actually. I wish it was me. It was my buddy ZachXBT on Twitter who said, damn, Dillon Danis is a scumbag.
Hey, this is all coming full circle. You might remember Zach from the BitBoy Crypto thing. He was the guy that, like, tracked all of his moonshots and, like, called out a whole bunch of shit there.
So I reached back out to Zach and I said, hey, good tweet, but I want to find out how many scams exactly this guy has promoted. So Zach started digging through the garbage bin of deleted tweets, and we found out pretty quick there were a lot more.
What the fuck is it? Baby Dinger? What the fuck? Baby Dinger token is the next Shiba Inu. Oh man, if anyone has any baby dingers, you should immediately just lose the right to earn money in your life. You don't deserve it anymore. Ring Dinger. Hey, let's not besmirch the good name of the Ring Dinger. That's as far from Web3 crypto as you get. That is literally an old man who snaps your head off.
I wanted to trick Dillon into giving me the amount. The rough idea was to approach Dillon and say, hey, I created this dumb NFT project that's completely fake. How much would it cost for you to promote it? He gives me an answer and I have my price. Who, like, looked like he would be serious about selling you an NFT collection. And that's when I thought of my buddy Oompaville.
Yes.
This is a guy who's actually really sweet in real life.
I did know Oompaville played a big role in this here. So that is exciting. Very smart. CoffeeZilla recognized that Dillon would certainly say no, knowing for sure that it's a honeypot if it was CoffeeZilla that reached out. So he used Oompaville, whom, I mean, that looks like a well-adjusted man to me. Like, that's a trustworthy face right there. So he used him as the proxy. That's genius.
We can provide all the marketing copy. Please let me know, as we're trying to launch relatively soon. That website is not a real crypto NFT platform. Nothing in this video is a crypto or real NFT, so you cannot buy crypto. I want to be super clear, because Dillon immediately responds with, want to do a tweet? And then I love this next part. What is it? I like the order of that, you know, like, let's promote it. And then underneath it, what am I promoting? And it's at this point I realized that
it's secondary.
This is not only my chance to find out how much Dylan gets paid for all these scam promotions, it's also my chance to test Dylan Dennis. In fact, to do this, I basically copied almost word for word CryptoZoo's white paper, saying the following.
Baby.
Sour.gg may appear to solely function as an NFT collection, but it's much, much more. Sour allows users to earn sweet tokens that are openly traded via a yield that is based on the rarity of a given candy NFT.
I'm going to tell you right now, Coffee, I love the attention to detail here. I think that is super smart. I'm not convinced Dylan Dennis can read. I think he might be illiterate. So he just saw words on the page and he's like, man, this is legit. All these words, they have meaning, I have no doubt. I'm in. I am confident he had no fucking clue what anything in that white paper said. But I appreciate you went the extra mile and set it up that way for it.
Look out, adventurer. Now this is a sentence which means nothing unless you lay it out by the first letter of every word. And then it spells CoffeeZilla.
Oh!
So, don't say I didn't warn him. And obviously,
that's way too smart for Dylan.
Dylan Dennis surely wouldn't promote a CryptoZoo project, right? Because he's, you know, he feels too bad for the victim. And then ETH? Question mark? And at this point, I'm just a little surprised by how easy this all is. Zero due diligence is
I'm not
being
surprised
done
at all.
here. We have created the weakest facade possible for an NFT scam, and he's just immediately on board. After we settled on that, he sent me payment information.
I am shocked he can even get 5K for a tweet. His Twitter isn't exactly what you'd call booming. The only time he gets engagement is when people are laughing at him. Like here, let me go to his Twitter real quick. Let's see, what's his most recent tweet? Because he deleted this one, I remember that. His most recent one is, if Alexander Volkanovski beats... okay, it's a fight. I'll give one person who likes this tweet $1,500 and must be following to win. So he's actually having to do fucking... He has to farm. He has to do giveaway farming. But before that, it's literally nothing. And he got 8K likes on the farm. So even by those standards, that's pretty low. So I'm shocked that he's actually asking 5K. Though I doubt many people are actually giving it to him.
Dylan gave us a brand new crypto wallet just for this transaction.
Whoa!
Which seems to imply that he probably makes new wallets for every new deal he does, which is
definitely not his own idea.
And at this point, I realized I had a choice to make.
Someone told him to do that.
Take what I learned, present it to you guys, and stop this little charade I had with Dylan and make my video. And Dylan would just keep doing this because his fans wouldn't know.
Wait, what was that last one? Was that Face Riders? What the fuck? Did I read that correctly? Right before Baby Dinger.
And Dylan would just keep doing this.
Oh, I'm writing with Faceless. Gotcha. I thought that said Face Riders. I was like, damn, another fucking wild one.
Because his fans wouldn't know. Which is actually pay Dylan to post a link to our fake NFT project. But the twist would be, as soon as he posts that link, it will become a website dedicated to every scam tweet Dylan Dennis has ever done. And remember that this website would be linked by Dylan Dennis himself to all of his fans until he kept the tweet for certain periods of time. And to my surprise, he agreed to the terms. And
that's smart. That's super smart. Yeah, so space it out so that way you can get the most juice for the squeeze here off the tweet staying live. I can also promise you, Dylan Dennis has no idea what any of these words he's using here mean. He's used too much punctuation. There's 2 periods in there. That's far more than his reading level permits. He's got percentage sign in there, some underlines, parentheses. Dylan Dennis tapped out once he saw payment structure. He's like, all right, payment. I know that one. Okay, whatever else.
Website, which is just a website with all his previous transgressions. Now, I did talk to
I want to read that one. What was that? I'm bullish on what? These all have the worst names. I'm bullish on Rock Smart Chain. Rocket Raccoon. Hype.
From ZachXBT. He found over 20 projects that Dylan promoted and then tried deleting, where many of them were rug pulls and scams. It was at this point I drew up a contract for Dylan to sign before this whole thing goes live.
He didn't read it.
And in it,
I lay the whole thing out. And this is what I meant by headwinds. This is where he probably will catch us, because in black and white, I lay out our whole scheme right in front of him. So it literally says, like, you're going to be the butt of the joke. It says people aren't doing due diligence.
Oh,
it says
God.
that we're going to be switching the website to show his prior promotions. So we lay out the whole thing there.
Oh,
and
no.
what we're really banking on is he's not going to read any of this. He's just going to see money and just sign it, which is the whole
100%.
point of this entire
He
thing.
can't
So
read
I
it.
think it fits.
Sending it. All right, and then I'm sending the drive link.
I mean, we've sent the contract now. We're just waiting. We're literally waiting.
He's going to instantly respond with the
Damn,
sign.
lit.
It's going to be less than 2 minutes.
Oh, I agree, bro. I agree.
It was 3 minutes. I was so fucking close. I was so close.
Idiot. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He agreed.
I was so
and
close.
You might notice that we weren't actually able to use DocuSign and get his signature because it was experiencing outages at the moment, the actual website. But we were able to just have him do a written agreement in DMs that he agreed to our terms. And although
That is real, by the way. If you get in writing something like that, that is actually an enforceable thing. It's not as strong as like a full signature, but that is like actually enforceable. So, what a fucking moron. Holy shit.
go ahead and tweet.
Just refreshing now, I guess. See what he says.
Run
There's
it.
been so much work that goes into this. You guys didn't see this off camera. Dylan starts talking about where's your community. So we have to whip up this community from nowhere.
Oh,
Our
fuck.
community doesn't exist. We had to create a Twitter profile. We had to buy a bunch of botted followers.
An hour ago, it didn't exist.
I don't think I've ever been so excited about something in my life.
Nice.
Dude.
What was the total spend on this, I imagine?
He tweeted it.
Huge.
I can't believe he did it.
He actually did it. He just tweeted it.
What an idiot. What? I can't believe it. What can I say?
So I knew this tidbit of information real quick before he points it out. The actual tweet just has the word scam in it. Sour NFT candies are moonbound. Scam.
Believe
It's so adorable.
What can I say? He
They couldn't have
promoted
made it
a
any more
tweet
clear.
which literally spells out in first letters the word scam.
Yep.
I hope this is.
Oh man, Dylan. Now he's ducking CoffeeZilla and Oompaville's attempt to communicate just like he ducked KSI's fight. God damn. It's all he knows. Yeah, he'll never mention this, unfortunately. That's his modus operandi. He just is a fucking perpetual loser, I guess. Oh, I did see that. There was a lot of brain rot takes about how what CoffeeZilla did is actual entrapment. And I'm pretty sure those people are just as CTE riddled as Dylan Dennis to think that what CoffeeZilla did is anything even remotely associated with entrapment. It's not even close. CoffeeZilla did everything possible to let Dylan know what was going on. He even put in the fucking contract he agreed to that it is literally him just being a joke. It's not real. He laid out everything, and he still agreed to it. That couldn't be further from entrapment. The guy got 1K. He did get 1K. He did get $1,000 out of it, so that's a Dylan W, baby. Fucking big one from Dylan! But also lost rep. He had none to begin with. I legitimately don't think Dylan Dennis has a single fan. Like, actually not a single one. People just laugh at him. In fact, if you go to his goddamn giveaway tweet right now, people aren't even participating in the actual giveaway. They're just spamming the clown emoji. Jesus Christ. He can't even, like, actively farm children on Twitter. He doesn't have fans. About 3 weeks ago, we made a video testing to see if Wish was a scam. And the results were surprising. The answer was no. We got everything we ordered and the quality was about what you'd expect for the price you paid. The video was a lot of fun, and a lot of the items we ordered we actually use. In fact, a lot of the clothes and fake jewelry I wear going out to bars and clubs pretty often. So it was very productive. I was very satisfied with our Wish purchases. So naturally we thought it'd be fun to try this exact same style of video with Temu to test, is Temu a scam? Temu's really blown up in popularity thanks to Super Bowl advertisements as well as every content creator online just pumping it out the wazoo with all of their sponsorships. So with oodles of people shopping like billionaires, we decided to test, is Temu a scam? And hang on to your hats, sailors, because I'm going to spoil the surprise. For us, the answer was a resounding yes. Let me explain what happened and why this video is already so different from the Wish one. We did everything the exact same. We spent a few $1,000s going through Temu's catalog, ordering like really wacky, interesting, fun products, and after placing the order, we received a call from a Temu representative to ensure that this was legitimate purchases, which I actually thought was pretty reassuring that they had some kind of fraud protection in there to make sure it wasn't like a stolen credit card and someone went there buying fucking Bart Simpson chains and, you know, angle saws, nail guns, and whatever else we were buying. And that was cool. We confirmed that, yes, this is all real. We made these purchases and we look forward to getting them shipped out. The representative said, all right, great. That's fantastic. Yeehaw. We'll go ahead and push this through now and you'll get your items within the next week or two. And then immediately upon hanging up, they canceled the order. So then just like the Dragon Balls after making a wish, all the items once again scattered across all of Temu's service, and we'd have to go back through and find them, which is a massive headache because it was like hundreds of items, and it was truly just devastating to have the Grinch steal Christmas like this for no reason. Like, we confirmed it was all real and authentic, and then they still canceled it and sent all the shit away. So we never got any of the products, and even when we like considered going through and reordering them, it seemed like we would face this problem again, so we just didn't think it was worth it. But I wanted to at least show you the footage from Temu's catalog, because it is so fucking weird, the things they offer. So while we may have gotten scammed by Temu, I still think it was kind of a fun experience just seeing all this outlandish nonsense they have there. Now, one thing that I do want to praise here for not being a scam is Gamersupps. Gamersupps is the best beverage the world has ever seen. Just the perfect energy drink on the market, but they do also have caffeine-free options as well if you'd prefer like a hydration formula. My two favorite flavors are Titty Milk and Lean. I've been preaching the gospel of Titty Milk for quite some time, but Lean's starting to squeak out there now as well. I've been drinking a lot of Lean and it is fire. So I highly recommend checking out Gamersupps. You can go to gamersupps.gg or click the link in the description below and use code MOIST for a lot of percentage off your order.
Charles, take us in.
Hey, so we're going to be going through Wish, looking for some...
Nope, we're not.
Nope, that's not what we're doing. We're looking through Temu, which is a version of Wish.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl version
Wish
of Wish.
with a different name.
Yeah, and looking for some great treasures again to see the quality at an affordable price. All right, I've got the first item. Otherwise, I'm going to forget.
You just want a bowling ball.
I want a new bowling ball, and I hope Temu can provide. Wow, this is fucking terrible. It's all children's playset bowling balls and bowling pins.
Well, let me tell you, it doesn't look like they have.
They don't have bowling shoes either.
How are you supposed to shop like a billionaire if they don't have bowling essentials?
That's
Maybe
so
billionaires
true.
don't bowl.
Don't be ridiculous.
Do they have bowling in China?
Yes. I
Shit.
was doing a lot of research on bowling in other countries.
He was looking up other techniques. Yeah, here.
Nobody ever carries a 12.5.
Do you want the blood red or the black?
I feel like you were gonna get red. Are you?
I'll get a different pair of shoes.
All right, I'll go red then.
That is a really interesting. It's like when Spider-Man gets taken over by the symbiote.
You're not wrong. Also, there's only one left.
Yeah, get it.
And it's almost sold out because it's in 724 people's carts. There's no shot.
Yeah, that's just made up numbers. Go back to 5-star rated.
All right.
These are their heavy hitters. I want to see what they're known for.
Let's do some 5 stars and let's do some 1 stars.
That's a great
idea. So
idea.
there's a tactical vest for your cat. Oh, anti-cutting. Yes!
Level 5.
Level 5 anti-cutting. So,
all right, what size do you want?
Give me a small and you get a large. Well, actually,
right.
no, we'll just get a different cut-proof.
Okay, so get you a small?
Give me a small. Oh, no, it's Graphics Player. Everyone knows Graphics Player.
Yeah, that's a trusted brand. It's almost sold out, too.
It's $44 for the HD 6750.
Do you want it?
Yeah, get it.
All right.
I don't know how we're gonna test it.
Well, we'll brick one of our computers.
And you'll have all of our information that was on that computer.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's probably just a Bitcoin miner.
These are the best sellers.
Do you want to get the extra lead Stanleys though? From
I was
Temu?
about to say I don't trust that at all. It's a $7 Stanley. We'll get it in Moon Mist. How about that?
Yeah, let's get some more jewelry.
We got such good ones last time.
Yeah,
wait, these are fucking fire.
That looks like a Richard Mille watch.
That
for
one,
$28.
This one looks out of Clock Stoppers.
That really does.
This is
what a crazy throwback. Do you want a goblet?
Yeah, I'm grabbing us a goblet.
That's $4. I don't trust a single thing you can drink out of from this website.
Neither do I, but that's half the fun. The arsenic.
Yep.
Look at
this. Could you give me that?
The mini focus.
Yeah. This is just a scam.
It is actually
the
just a
whole
scam.
site. It's just, what is that? This is awesome. Oh, it comes in a set. Wait, that's exactly what we bought in blue.
Is it?
The watch, I think, from Wish. Just fucking get it.
No, this.
It comes with chains and bracelets.
Aaron will love this one. I didn't even add that to the cart. Oh.
What just stuck in there?
No, it just suggested it. So it's a knockoff golden rainbow Rolex.
You're gonna like this one, Aaron. That's gonna be a really cool watch for going out.
Why spend $350,000 when you can get it for $29?
I thought a second Bart Simpson chain snuck in there for a second.
Oh, we could be so lucky.
Here, I'll look at Bart Simpson, see what we find.
One piece. Cool smoking gorilla chimpanzee animal canvas.
This is over the fireplace at Aaron's house.
Get it. Get it. No. Get it and don't show it to us. So I want to see when we get it.
No. There's a chance he owns it already. I own like 3 smoking gorilla paints.
Okay, show him. I highly doubt you own this one.
Oh, damn.
It's similar. Yeah, that's special edition.
Yeah.
Like, close your eyes and imagine.
Yeah, start going through the expensive stuff.
Billionaires know what they want.
Is it this, Chase? Is it the Barrett anti-material sniper rifle with injectable soft egg toy?
No, but that looks even better.
Let's get that one.
Soft egg toy sold me.
Yeah, it's shooting Tenga eggs at you.
Wait, they have knockoff Skibbity toilet.
Oh, they do have knockoff Skibbity toilet. Yeah, grab that.
All right. It has 1,800 reviews. I believe nothing on this site.
Yeah, this is all just a lie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that Garfield is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, get that Garfield.
Yeah, we'll get that too.
They can't use the name Garfield, so they just call him Ugly Fat Cat. There's also a motorcycle pizza.
Wait, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. It is pretty. It's also not real. It's
Photoshop is so bad. You couldn't even just put it on a real pizza. All right, add to cart. It's $3. Is that just a baby?
Yeah, it's a training baby.
That looks incredibly realistic.
I know when it gets here, it'll look nothing like this, but for now,
just for you guys to
that's
know
pretty
what we just
cool.
bought.
Oh, I hate that.
That is just a picture of a baby. There's no way that's real.
Just type in like.
This thing is fucking awesome.
I want it. Get it for your head.
You saw the auto glow with the 6 cores? All right, we'll show
Yeah, you're a 6 core kind of guy.
Yeah, you've got money in your pocket.
That's really cool.
How does a 14-inch vinyl alien baby sound to you?
That's basically what I asked for.
Vinyl realistic reborn alien baby. It's been born again.
If you don't want it, my dad will probably like it.
Wait, your dad will love that.
I'll take it.
Let me see for Danny.
Yeah, we'll just have Danny's room be outfitted in alien gear. This is. You're gonna like this guy, Danny. And if you don't want him in your office, you can go in your garden.
It has boobs.
Oh, that's perfect.
Go in your garden. I gotta tell you, their furniture.
It seems like they don't go over a certain size.
$458 for that. What is happening? What just happened here?
Is this like a real item?
I don't know, but why? So everything else is like $1, and then there's this one single chair for $458.
Well, look at the chair; it's pretty cool.
And also, is the low? Everything else has essentially been 5 stars. This is 3.5 stars.
Maybe that's the only real
Get
item.
it?
Yeah, get it.
That's accidentally like a Wayfair listing on there.
That's awesome.
Oh wow. They start at 1XL, so
that's perfect.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Baggy's back in. That's in style now.
Holy shit!
That's so cool.
And look, it's so poorly photoshopped. It's unreal. I don't believe they've made a single one of these. They've made the Photoshop picture, and when we buy it, they're going to be like, how the fuck do we do this?
They were like, oh, they got 2 legs, put 2 faces.
Wait!
A BBL?
A BBL!
You can just buy a BBL.
Wait, what? So that's style B? That's style C. I liked B more, I think.
B's looking more rotund.
I think we go style. Oh, style B is sold out. You want to go A?
Yeah, all we can do is style A.
Fuck.
You're sold out of BBLs?
That's $71.
Yeah. It's got 8 gigabytes of DDR4, 256 gigabyte SSD, 1920 by 1080.
So when this comes out, we'll put we'll put Chase on the treadmill and Aaron on the rowing machine, and whoever lasts longer keeps their computer, and the other has to edit on this for the next
I
video.
think the litmus test should be if the computer is good enough is if it can run Sony Vegas.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Actually, this is great. This video will be edited on that laptop.
On the BMAX.
we should get like Crysis 2 and shit like that and just start running like benchmarking games and really, like, do Eternal and shit.
What does that say? Careful boy.
Careful boy, I am old for good reason.
That's awesome. Get it?
Is that a shirt?
Yep.
Yeah. And it's got a skeleton on it. What was that?
I want to pause for a second. I'm sorry.
A breathable urinal.
It's a wearable toilet.
Oh, you gotta get that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Ideal for bedridden people.
Oh, you have to get that.
Which one of us is gonna piss in it to test it, though?
It sounds like Matt.
Oh, they're sold out. It's provided by the company Be Better. Do you want it?
Yeah, get it.
Okay. So this is...
My toilet's coming.
We'll take a page out of the Cold Ones playbook, and we'll start a Patreon where you can watch us piss in urinal shorts. Ear piercing gun? Would you like to pierce?
Nope. Do a tattoo gun, and you can get this tattoo.
Oh! Why'd you say us?
Well,
tattoo machine kit.
Not with the wish
Oh my
gun.
fucking god.
Whoa, wait, they actually do.
And somehow these aren't expensive.
A Temu tattoo, huh?
Alright, add it to
Have
cart.
you seen the shitty one I have? Yeah, you can.
Alright.
I feel like I have trust in you. You could do better than that one.
Well, I already passed it because Excuse me. I honestly. I'm a certified tattoo artist. I have my credentials.
There's
I'm
ink.
not worried about Charlie. I'm worried about the
Temu,
fucking
yeah.
asbestos getting blasted into my open wound.
Yeah, the blood poisoning won't be because of my lack of artistic talent.
They have a 10-color ink kit. Whoa! That's $500!
These are good deals.
That's a battery-powered, like, Jaws of Life.
They also have a glue gun.
Start the video over. We're finding
a
the
mini
good stuff now.
chainsaw.
Ow!
We can take it to the table and see if it cuts through.
Let's go down a little. Oh, there's cheaper chainsaws here.
There's cheaper chainsaws.
All right.
Get a chainsaw from Temu.
I'm trying to see cordless electric chainsaw for $71.
I can't wait for the belt to snap and just take your arm off. They probably have a. I wonder if they like a blunderbuss.
Do you think they have a nail gun?
Oh, absolutely they do.
Why do you need a nail gun?
All right, wait. Do you want the saw, a nail gun?
Oh, I'm looking at nail gun now. They got tools at the walls. Yep, here it is.
Oh yeah, cordless electric nail gun.
We could start shooting nails at each other.
And we can wear armor from Temu while the cutlass gloves! Let's delete everything and just go.
Wait, this matches the pants.
Whoever gets... Alright, we need that.
Yeah, whoever gets the pants can put this in your house. And you're gonna be like really sad.
The pillow.
The pillow's nice. The pillow says sticking out your gyat for the Rizzler.
I think it's
Oh,
pretty
we just send that to Rizzo so we can put it
Oh,
like, in
yeah.
the stream room.